I'm going live early. I don't care. Okay. I am live. You are there. I'm here. Let's do this. Good news, folks. I'm not sure who's all in here yet, if anybody, but I am here. Oh man, this is great. Oh, this is crazy. Yeah. Break. Uh, okay.
I can't see me.
I'm checking. Oh, I can't. I gotta use the other camera. Yeah, they can barely see. Okay, that's good. Grace, Susan, Skinner, thank you for coming. I got good news. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get in here. Grace, I think I have your phone number somewhere, but I haven't had a chance to call you because I didn't think you'd know who it was. But yeah, I've got news. Yeah, I got really good news. Please forgive me. Man, I need a Pepsi. I need a cold Pepsi. This one's not. This is warm. Ah, cold Pepsi. That's your answer, Susan. Yes, we did. We're not into the house yet. The current tenant is moving out. You know how that thing goes. And the owner wants to get in, do a little cosmetic stuff. Then we can move in if everything works out. Depending on how fast the current tenant gets out. She knows that we are staying at a hotel, so she might redouble her efforts. But yes, we do have a place we're going to be moving to. So yay. The paperwork is coming in from Florida. It'll be here in 2 days. Then we got to sign it. And do we send the money with the contract, or we give it to her niece?
Okay, so she's mailing us the contract for us to go over and sign.
Right.
She's included the information on where to send the money.
In Urbandale, right?
In Urbandale.
Oh, that's where I work, so that's going to work.
We're supposed to mail it back to
her. Okay. We'll do the same overnight thing.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, we got it. The house that I just last showed you guys, yes, we got it. I will actually bring that up because I did it. Really, really, really cool. I mean, I gotta find it. Okay, where is it? Come on, where's it? That's not what I'm looking for. Dang it. Get rid of that. We're gonna try. Okay, give me a second here. I'm trying to. Where's that? I can't find it. Please bear with me here. I'm trying to. Yeah. Oh man, I'm going the wrong way. I don't know if she took it off the. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm trying to show. No, Ian does not know. We have not yet called him.
Yes.
Call Ian. He won't answer for me.
Well, he doesn't answer for me either.
Okay, give me a second.
I called him yesterday.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys. I should share this. Yeah, this is the house. And we do. Yeah. Yes, the house does look like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we haven't even looked at yet that's supposed to be really, really freaking cool. That's the sunroom. It's a 3-season room pretty much. They got the curtains there. Jenny's going to make it into her craft room and office thing. That's the front entryway. That's the side closet where you're hanging your coats and stuff, and you can put your boots under there, and that's our mailbox. There's the living room. Yes, that's a fireplace, but it's a non-functioning one. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, and yes, it does have chandeliers. That's the part of the living room. Living room into the dining room. Yes, we have a dining room. Never had one since I was a kid. One of the bedrooms, one of the other bedrooms, one of the closets. There's the front of the house. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Grace. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What did I forget? Thank you, Skinner. We're not in yet. We're still at the hotel for a little while longer. We're just going to see if we can stretch our funds to make it last. But we have the money pushed back and saved in my savings to get the first month's rent and down payment, deposit, I mean. So, and pet deposit. So we're covered that way. This place is totally amazing. We don't have the upstairs. That's a second apartment, actually, but it's got some really good features. I mean, there's even a garage you can't see. There's a over to the left over here. There's a garage. You can barely see it slanting right there. That's where the kitchen's at. And yeah, it's really cool. Yes, definitely excited. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just stopped that real quick. I just want to see if anybody would come up here and talk with me because it'll be like I'm talking about a mile a minute right now. Yeah, hooray. Yeah. Jenny's doing everything but a happy dance right now. I said you're doing everything but a happy dance right now.
Yep.
Brent, I'm not sure if you knew, I was homeless. Well, technically still am temporarily, but we put in an offer. We applied for a house. We're getting the paper signed this week, and we're moving in hopefully before the 1st. There you go. That's the answer. And what's really cool, this place has a working well on top of the regular water. And we only have one bill to pay, just electricity and cable and internet, I guess. Sorry, you got chocolate to celebrate. Mm. So I'm gonna when we finally move in, before I do anything else, I'm gonna give you a whole walking tour of the entire apartment. So, well, house technically because it is a bottom floor, but it's gonna be awesome and everything. So the only thing that would make it better is if there was room enough for me to set up an archery range. There isn't, but we're calling this our transition home, and we're going to be trying to getting our applications in and fees and classes that we need to take for first-time homeowners and all that stuff, so we can actually go buy a home. So hopefully by the end of the year, you'll hear the words that yes, we just bought a house, but not this one. That's just our transition. But if I'm talking too fast, please tell me. I feel like I'm running like the Energizer Bunny right now. Oh, come on. Somebody come up, please. I need somebody. Yeah, Pepsi. Yes. Oh man. When I was younger, I was homeless. I lived out of my car. And I'd never thought in a million years, having a full-time job, working my butt off, that I'd be homeless again. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah. I guess I'm gurgling just a little bit. It's going to be nice to have a roof over my head that's not, paid by the day, and I don't have to climb like 16 million stairs to get to. It's going to be nice. There's a lot of hidden features that we didn't even know about until we talked to the landlady. Nope, nope, nope. Justin, I hate to say this. This is the hotel where I'm still staying, but we just got confirmed that we are getting the house that we just we're getting ready to sign the paperwork for. We're moving in somewhere between now and the 1st of the month. We're not out of here yet, but we're getting there. We'll put in. We got the money for the first and last months, and all this other stuff, and then the fun begins of moving from the storage unit in here to the new place down in Osceola, which is about 40 miles from here. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an adventure. I may film part of it because it's just one of those things. I'm glad you're here, Justin, though. Thank you for coming. I'd offer you a brownie, but I'm not sure I can give it to you. We're renting. This is the place we're going to be renting while we're filling out our paperwork, Justin. We have, see, 145 plus 175. I can't figure it out because my concussion things have been neat. But once we get approved for our loan, we're going to be doing everything by the book, step by step by step, and make sure we do everything, dot our I's, cross our T's, proper punctuation, the whole 9 yards. So we just have to wait to get out of the situation we were in before we could do anything. Now we're getting out of that situation, this situation. So, oh man, I'm talking a mile a minute. If anybody's interested in coming up, please do. I want to hear it. Jenny's on her headphones over there, so she can't hear anything. So, anybody else got good news besides me? Yes, people, I'm sorry. This is milk. It goes better with brownies. And here he is.
Yo, what up? Let me turn my phone this way. Now I'm upside down.
I tried calling you, dude.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't even hear my phone ring. I had the phone in my pocket, but I was touring my yard.
Give
me 1 second.
You're the first person I called, dude, and I had to go down my phone tree to get let people know. But we got we're getting that the house that I showed you the other day.
Oh, the yellow one, the 1800 one?
Yeah.
Nice.
And since I couldn't get a hold of you, I called Johnny, talked to Johnny for a bit. Then I called Sean. That I don't have approval for calling Grace or Mallory yet, but I'll get permission. Or even Justin. I could just him too. But no, we're not. We're going to be. They're mailing out the paperwork for us to sign for the contract. It'll be here in a couple days, and then we sign it, send it back, and send the money to a place in Urbandale, and we can move in sometime between now and the 1st.
Nice.
Once the current tenant is out and they do some minor repairs. And I will do a tour like you asked. Because you and Johnny and everybody else
document everything too.
Huh?
Said make sure you document everything too before you move in 100%.
Well, that's what the video tour is, also the documentation as well. So it's a double thing.
Cool, sweet. Sorry, I hope the wind noise isn't too bad. It just decided to get windy all of a sudden outside.
Yeah, okay, it's just a little bit. Hey, Wolf, thank you for coming.
Ding my
And
things off.
thank you as well. And I'm sorry you couldn't stay longer, Justin.
Hey, Justin, what's up,
I
brother?
wasn't sure what your hours were today, so I tried to make sure. Hopefully, I was hoping you were off work by now. So that's the reason why I tried to call you.
Yeah, no, I've been off work a while. Ooh, giant bumblebee. Well, they're bumblebees. They're not necessarily giant. Yeah, no, I just didn't hear my phone ring, and I had it in my.
You froze up there.
I felt it vibrate, but I checked it, and I just see the notification for the YouTube, and I was like, I'll get to that in a minute because I'm a little busy.
Well, I called you about about half an hour ago, I guess.
Actually, 45 minutes ago, actually.
Yeah. I mean, literally, I got off the phone with our new landlady, and I tried calling you. You were the first person on my list. Then I went down the list.
Yeah, sorry, I missed it because I was doing something.
Well, like I said, I know, Grace, you're in here, but I want to add you to my phone tree for notifications on stuff if I need to get a hold of you. But I'll talk to her on Instagram about that. Hey, Evan. How you doing? I hate to say this. He's not much of he's not a kid brother. He's more of either a nephew or he's not my son, so he's too young. So I guess he would be like my great nephew or something like that, wouldn't he, Evan? Family wise, you're my brother, and Mallory's my sister. Grace is my older sister.
Johnny's the crazy cousin from China. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, it's
Johnny's
Vietnam.
just the crazy cousin, though.
Yeah. Crazy half brother, twice removed. But we still hang around because we're best friends. Okay. No, Evan, we're getting a place finally. We had our ups and downs, but this one's a lot better.
I'm just happy that you're getting into it.
You're more like my nephew, Evan, so I'm going to call you my nephew. I'm not sure. Was it? Let's see. Is it the Chinese or the Vietnamese call them everybody nephew or something like that? Or, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're a big clan. I don't care. We're all family, and I've got a really nice one. But thank you for coming up, Cliff. It's just so awesome. I mean, I'm running off the rails right now.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to do much tomorrow because I have to go to work.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that. But
I figured I'd give my boss 2 days off in a row because the poor guy's been like working himself to the bone because we keep losing workers.
Well, did you get my link I sent you?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
No, I was just curious, honestly.
Wait, you asked? I told you we were hiring.
Yeah, no, I was just curious. I can't afford to move right now.
We don't know what's really interesting about the place we're moving to. The upstairs apartment is coming open too.
Nice.
Yeah. So, sorry for how. Was it what? Well, I'm not sure what Evan's saying. So, but I've got my streaming food here.
No, I think Evan did a stream or something, and
he did.
I
missed it. Hey, Glenn, thank you for coming.
Just chilling out here in my garden.
Oh, good. I'm getting Will's phone number as well as Grace's number. Good. Yeah, Will and I are on the same.
Just a little windy over here, folks. Just a little.
Just a little bit. Discord. Yeah, we're on Discord together.
Yeah, that was the wrong button.
Wrong button. Uh-oh. Got something from Jason Dane. my guy. Oh, we're going up to Sioux City tomorrow.
See, just a little windy. Just a little.
We're going to northwestern Iowa tomorrow. It's gonna be a
Nice.
long one. Yeah, we're gonna be on the road again. Evan, I'm sorry I didn't see your stream. I will get to it later. Promise.
Onions, onions, onions. Onions,
Man,
onions,
I
onions.
thought I had your number. I know I had at one time. I had Rob's number, corn-fed, but I thought I had your number. Okay,
No, my
so
pot is cracking. What the beans? It's a brand new. Well, never mind. It's about 2 years old now. I'll be replacing that, I guess. Must have died when it fell off.
when we get to the new place, Cliff, I am going to need your advice on container gardening.
Okay, not a
Hey,
problem.
Jeff, thank you for coming. Say hi to your daughter and her boyfriend for us. No, I mean, because we don't have a lot of space to work with, especially we have upstairs neighbors. But I was thinking, since we have access to that working well in the backyard, we can use the well water to water all the plants and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeff, we got it. We haven't signed the paperwork yet. It's coming in the mail.
Buy
It'll be here in
these
2 days.
I recommend buying these little guys.
What are those?
They're just whiskey barrel planters.
Okay. I mean, where did you get them, and what's the base cost?
Home Depot, and they're not too expensive. They sell them at Lowe's too.
Okay.
Right here, Colin.
Okay, that's good. That's not bad.
And this is what it is.
Okay. Napa barrel planter. Okay.
These are the
Jeff
small
says
ones.
hi.
I also recommend, if you can, buy this thing. Let's see if I can.
Okay, what is that thing?
The camera will focus.
Saucer in black. Is that like the watering saucer type thing that goes underneath it?
Yeah, the water catchment. You want to work with these ones. The 14 inchers work really good with the 16-inch basins because they're about the bottom of this is about 12 inches, so it gives you a little bit of a leeway.
Okay.
So this is what I'll set it on there.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Jeff.
This is your spacing.
Okay.
So you can get water down there. It'll slowly evaporate on its own without oversaturating the bottom of your plants.
Okay.
And if you have to, especially since you have that grow room, it'll work inside too, as long as you don't overwater your plants.
Okay. That sunroom is a 3-season room basically because there's no heat in there, so we'd have to bring whatever plants we have in the wintertime.
As long as you get sunlight in there, it'll be pretty warm.
Well, it gets a lot of sunlight from what we were told.
Everyone gets to see outside today. Well,
Blue skies shining on me.
I do. I got a little bit of clouds here and there, but I mean, they're just like those wispy clouds, the cotton candy clouds. They're just literally up doing nothing. Except for over there, it's a little dark. Those are some darker clouds.
I'm not sure if you can see what Wolf just posted. Cliff?
See, just a little blah, blah, blah.
Be well, Jeff. Look forward to seeing that bow stringer.
Yeah, you can get 20-gallon totes, or what I did is I bought these little guys. I bought a couple of these ones. They're just little 10-gallon brute containers. They're like 15, 16 bucks or about 20 bucks a piece.
Okay.
And then you just, if you want to plant anything in there, you just drill a couple of holes down on the bottom and then just go from there. And then you can do the same thing. You can get those planter bases. Like this planter base will actually fit. You'll probably need a 16 or an 18-inch planter base if you're going to use a 10-gallon bucket.
Okay.
But
Way to go, Evan. I'm going to see your logo.
Yeah, you just drill about 4 or 5 holes in this. You just go opposite corners and drill in there, and then you can drill one in the center. And then whatever you have on there will actually grow pretty decent.
Evan's logo is very similar to mine.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Hey, Colin, remember a couple weeks ago when I was on your stream rubbing my bush?
Yeah, I can see that. Quit playing with your bush.
I need to trim it. It's getting big.
I can
Just
see
kidding. Nah, this is my peppermint plant. Look at that thing's like doubled in size. The thing's huge.
You do have a dehydrator?
I do.
Okay.
So gotta
When we get set up in the house, I'm going to need help with that, getting ours set up.
Okay. It took me a while to figure out. I failed the first time dehydrating anything because the instructions don't tell you to switch the damn trays around.
Oh, okay.
So you get the dehydrator and the trays. There's storage mode, and then there's dehydrator mode. And the instructions don't tell you that. So
Okay.
I was fiddling around with it like a week after I was done using it, and I just flipped one of the trays over, and I was like, "Wait, this stands higher than the rest of it." So I stacked all of them up that way, and that thing was like probably a good 2 inches taller than what I did the first time. So I was like, these little turds did not bother to tell me in the instructions that you have to flip the trays around or set them a specific way so they get the height.
Right.
So once you get the height, they dehydrate the proper way because you get the airflow.
Apparently, Evan, you used the same place I did originally. Then I actually had somebody help me make mine a little bit better. So I'm sure we have some very lovely people in our family here who might be able to help you eventually get something a little bit more custom. But right now, I like it.
Y'all got me stumped on these logos. Stumped.
Legos.
Oh, wait, I'm still stumped. Oh, man, I'm walking over here. Oh, man, look. You guys keep stumping me. Stump.
Can I call you Stumpy now?
No, Stumps.
Stumpy.
Call me Stumps McFox. Stumps McFox.
That's
So
funny.
here's my the three sisters going over here. I got my corns popping up over here. I got my beans in the back and my squash in the front.
Okay, for a first time a container garden for us, what would you suggest?
Basil and onion.
No, not so much on the onions. Onions gives me heartburn.
You what?
Onions give me heartburn.
Oh, you good with chives?
Yes.
Okay, do that then. Do basil and chives.
We also want to do some tomatoes and some carrots and stuff like that too.
Don't ask me on carrots. You probably want to ask Mallory on that one. I'm struggling with my carrots because I can't get them very, very big. They're all tiny, skinny little things.
Well, we're in a different climate. We get more rain than you do, and the soil's really good.
This
sandy.
This is my potato plant, folks. Look at how big that thing is.
We're thinking about growing potatoes too.
You can do them in a container. I mean, I did. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not even 100% sure if I actually grew them in a container. I had this stuff growing in the container. I don't know if it actually germinated and actually grew a potato.
Well, you're gonna have to dig out to find out.
I haven't figured it out. I haven't sorted them out yet, so I haven't done anything with them. Oh, there was nothing in that one. Turn these around.
No, I've actually heard somebody use a laundry basket for potatoes.
Yep, you can do that. But you have to have a laundry basket with small enough holes that the dirt doesn't fall out.
Right. But I'll get more one-on-one information from you as we get closer to doing that.
This is all my basil right here.
Okay, you're using a combination of wood chips and mulch?
No, this is my mulch.
Oh, okay.
The wood chips are my mulch. This is what I separate when I sift out my dirt.
Okay.
And this is all the stuff I get left over is this thick mulch, and then just dig down here, and it's the actual dirt. Ooh, I almost killed one of my basils.
Okay.
Yeah, basil's over here. These are I planted 4 potatoes, and that's how, I mean, look at that thing.
Wait a second. And the
No, I
answer
wasn't.
is, give me that again, please.
My potato.
Yeah.
So that's my
So
potato on that side.
you're not going to know until you how long you let them sit before you actually harvest.
It's something like 120 days or 115 days for potatoes to grow.
So what is your date as of now?
It's about a month.
So you're about 30 days out.
Yeah, I still got a long ways to go.
You got another 3 months.
2.5, give or take. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And that's my squash plant. It's actually doing pretty good. I'm really pissed. The stupid squirrel ate my little squashes. I hate squirrels. I had 6 of them on this side, and it ate them all. Ate every last one of them. I was pissed. That's what's been eating all my stuff. Then I got radishes over here, more spinach, bell
Homesteader
peppers.
Wolf just planted potatoes today. Now, how did you plant your potatoes? I know I'm kind of sticking to those, but did you actually cut and bury the eyes type of thing, or do you actually have a seed, or what do you use?
Now, you don't even cut the eyes. You just bury the whole potato once it gets eyes on there.
Okay. Did you actually buy your potatoes that way, or did you actually use regular ones off the shelf? Buy your bag of potatoes and then let it sit.
I had bought a bag of potatoes, and then I took a couple to work, and I made some breakfast, and then I stuck the rest of them. I had about 7 or 8 of them, and I stuck them in next to some onions, and within like a month, they already had some. They had long, and I mean like long eyes on there, so I just buried them that way.
Well, that's good. It's cheaper than buying them from some player.
No, it really is. You buy a bag of like seed potatoes, and they're pretty decent. You can go to the store and buy like a 5-pound bag of potatoes for like $2.
Exactly. But the thing is, what kind were they?
They were just your standard russets.
Because I've seen the golden kind as well as the russets.
Yeah, I was gonna get some golds to plant those next. I wanted to do a variety of them. Look at my lettuces are going. There's about 12 lettuce heads in here. They are just crammed in there.
Now you just need a ranch plant, right?
Well, yeah, I got ranch in my house, but I need a ranch plant. One of those Hidden Valley ranch plants. You plant the ranch seeds and see what you get.
It's called plant the bottle, and it grows the ranch bottles, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just like the commercial. Where you just walk over and just pull one off and be like, ooh, a ranch. Hey, look, a square on wheels just drove by. Here, you guys want to see my breakfast radishes? Check these guys out. They are taking off.
Now, what do you use the radishes for? Besides just,
Eat them.
you see them
Eat them
straight
raw.
out
You put
the way
them in
they are?
salads.
But how many salads do you actually eat?
Not very many unless I'm actually in a salad mood.
And what's the whole point of growing them then?
Because they're tasty on their own.
That's true.
There's no law saying that you have to put a radish in a salad. You can just eat the radishes.
Personally, I would like to grow celery because I like celery. I'm one of the
That was one of the ones I was gonna try to grow, but I don't know how well I'd be able to grow it, to be honest. I mean, everything else I'm first time trying most of this stuff.
I mean, I want to grow the stuff that I know my family is going to eat. Tomatoes, potatoes, green beans, carrots, parsnips, celery.
Carrots are hard to grow, honestly, man. I mean, look, these are my carrots. I planted these over a month ago, and that's as big as they've gotten so far.
Well, I don't know what we're going to end up with yet because we're still in the planning stages. But I will go over with you on the phone more, directly. once I get, we get to that point. Because I'll be
Glenn,
walking through Menards and Home Depot with you, on the phone trying to go, this is what I've got. So load up the truck, that kind of thing.
I want to address what Glenn Anderson is talking about. For those potatoes, all you have to do is wash them off and then stick the bag next to about 3 or 4 onions. And I guarantee within about 2 weeks, you're going to start seeing eyes on those potatoes, regardless of whether or not they're treated.
Okay, Wolf, I did not know that carrots, lettuce, and peas like colder weather. We really didn't try did we try growing peas? Love?
Well, Homesteader Wolf,
What?
let me tell you something. I live in New Mexico, and it gets to about 100 degrees, 105 in the summer.
It didn't do too well. No.
So
I don't
we
know
get
what the
mad
ground
heat
is
with
like.
a lot of drought. But these are my lettuces. These are little gems. And
Okay.
they're, I mean, like I said, I live in the desert, so this is desert grown lettuce.
That's
Yes,
actually
you're
really
gonna-
good for what it
You will
is.
get the brown edges on the edges of the leaves just due to the dry heat and the fact that they're probably not getting enough water. But that's normal. You're going to get that on any lettuce, regardless of harvesting or where it's harvested. But in another couple of weeks, I'll be able to trim off one of these and have enough for a salad. Like I said,
Okay.
I have about 12 of these in here, at least.
Do you have any spinach?
I do not. I am not a spinach fan.
Well, there's a reason why because we can't, Jenny can't eat lettuce. She has IBS, and that messes with her stomach. But she can't eat spinach. So,
Actually, no, I stand corrected. You know what? Give me a second. I do have spinach. I reseeded some a couple of days ago. I'm just waiting for them to sprout. I've got them in the main garden, in the
Okay.
raised bed.
also, I was going to ask you about broccoli and cauliflower because Jenny loves both of those.
I've got cauliflower seeded. I just haven't had anything come up yet. I planted them about a week ago. I think it's like 14 days for the germination.
Okay.
But I do, in fact, I actually do have spinach.
Okay.
Sorry, I like
What brand is that?
zoomed over here. Huh?
What brand of spinach is that?
Oh shit! I'd have to actually go inside for that.
Okay.
I
To
have
quote
the
Captain
I have the
America,
packet inside.
Cliff, to quote Captain America, language.
Sorry.
It's okay. But I
He did
wanted
the
to
same thing later in the movie. He was like, "Shit," and then Tony was like, "Do you kiss your mom with that mouth?"
No, he said SOB is what he said. No, the reason why it's really funny, I'm wearing a Captain America shirt.
Yeah. Give me a
Normally I'd
second.
be
Let me
wearing
go inside and.
Green Arrow shirt. Okay. See you soon, Glenn. Crucy, how you doing? Not
My
sure if you
computer
did
turned
this.
off.
The house that we were trying for, we got. We're not moved in yet. We're going to be moving in soon. We get some paperwork filled out. We get some money sent off. We get the place straightened out for us. We're in like Bob's your uncle, whatever that means.
Yeah, that term's always been weird. Bob's your uncle. That makes no sense.
And yes, I know in certain places it's a pizza place.
Oh, that's just weird.
It is weird, but it's still cool.
All right,
I think it's
so
up in
there's
Iowa City. I think that I've heard it. It's up there in Iowa City. Called Bob's Your Uncle Pizza.
Weird. All right, so here's the 2 varieties of spinach that I have. Sorry for the lighting.
I don't know
inside
the
my house.
differences, so that's the reason I'm asking.
So one variety is
Also hybrid.
Pelican spinach, and that's what I have out in my
do hybrids. I want to do regular ones, not hybrids.
The hybrid ones actually grow pretty quick. They'll
I know.
grow within like 30, 40 days.
But I want something that we wouldn't have to worry about, gaining seeds from,
No,
Maybe
these
let it go.
things seed. That's where I got most of my seeds. Watch, let me go back outside and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I let a few of these actually go to seed, and I got a ton of them off of there.
Oh, hey, Cliff, do me a favor before you go outside. Go blow your nose.
Oh, it's because it's freaking windy and dusty outside.
I know, you still need to blow your nose.
Fine, hold on.
Don't make me pull out my dad voice. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your aunt. This is one. Okay, I will show you guys a picture real quick here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, awesome. Okay, sorry. I'm answering.
I'll just be doing the same thing in about 5-10 minutes anyway, regardless.
Okay, I was going to show people the house that I'm getting into.
But yeah, you see all those little white seeds right there? Those are.
Hold on. I'm showing the house that we're getting into. Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay. I've heard it in my family quite a few times. I didn't realize that's what it meant. That's cool. Crucy, this is the house we're going to be moving into. And I'll give you a quick tour of the place. Boom, closet, one room, second room, dining room, and living room to the sun porch. That's the living room. Oop, I just lost it. I don't know what happened. Oh, lost it. There we go. There's the living room, dining room. All these are all nice built-ins. This house is from the 1800s or early 1900s. It's got a lot of hidden features. That's the sun porch. So it's actually got a lot of cool things. But we are getting the paperwork to sign, the contract to sign in a couple of days, and yeah, then we'll start moving things in once the place gets cleaned up and ready for us to move in. There's a garage, and it has a working hand pump well in the backyard. Yes, there are neighbors above, but they're moving out. And from what our landlady said, that you can't hear them. The way this house is built, it's so solid, you can't hear anybody walk upstairs at all. And eventually, they said if they ever do sell the place, they're going to convert it back. It wouldn't take too much to convert it back into a one-family home. But the house, the upstairs is coming open just to look if anybody's interested at the beginning of the month. Rent is reasonable. Utilities are very reasonable. Location, decent. House, amazing. Hey, Cliff, this place even has a garden sink in the kitchen. That's just a dedicated garden sink.
The house?
In the house.
Ha, nice.
So the kitchen actually has two sinks. There's a sink where you normally have a sink next to your stove and all that stuff. Then on the other side of the house, on the other side of the room, is the garden sink for like washing vegetables and what have you.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought it might have been for like growing vegetables. Get out, fly.
I don't know about that, but I mean, but the thing is, I don't know what their people who built the place was thinking when they designed it, but we will find out as we move along.
So, I was trying to show you. All those Chrissy, right there, those are spinach seeds, Colin.
Are they from the hybrids?
Yeah.
Where do you find them when they grow? I've never had to grow spinach or anything like that, so I'd like to know where they come from.
So it'll actually come from the spinach plant itself. They do the same thing that everything else does. When it gets warm enough, it bolts and then goes to seed. So I will show you over here. I will walk back through the yard in super speed mode because I got long old legs. And then we'll go to these. So you'll see, like I've got these little short ones back here with the big fat leaves,
Right?
standard plant. And then when they start doing this, see how tall that thing
Okay.
is?
Okay, that's where the seed
And
comes from.
you'll see, let me see if I can find my camera. Let's focus, turn,
Focus.
rip.
I can see the little buds.
Yeah, all those little white spots on there, those are all seeds. Or, well, they
Okay.
will be seeds. So
Okay, that's
at
good to
some
know.
point, that
Will they
turn to
germinate as
seed.
good as a non-hybrid version or no?
I haven't had any issues with mine germinating at all. See, watch, there we go. Now I'm getting a little focused. So all those little spots, those little speckles right there that look like bumps, those
I
will end
see
up
'em.
turning into seed pods.
Okay, Cliff, you got Glenn hungry for a salad. So they went and made a salad to munch on.
That's funny. And this right here is my oregano plant, my Italian oregano. This thing like went crazy.
I can see that. You must have ideal conditions for that one.
Well,
I
the
do
thing
like
is, this
your
plant's about
landscaping
2
though,
years old.
dude. I mean, your landscaping is just simply beautiful.
My here. You guys want? I'll show you guys my landscaping. I'll start with over
You've
here.
never showed us that much. You just usually just show us plants.
You kind of get to see it when I'm running around trying to film for the garden, but so here's what we got. So this is my or east facing door. We have big old stone bench, big old flagstone patio that goes all the way back toward around by that bench.
It kind of looks like a puttering green for golf.
Yeah, it's artificial turf.
Okay, no
So
wonder it looks
AstroTurf.
like putter green.
And then we've got patios and all here. Throw me on big screen, Colin. That way everybody can see better.
Okay, give me a second here. There you go.
There we go, folks. And then we've got
that's actually pretty cool. I like the little feature
little table setup.
I like that.
Got the wood pile back there. It's all flagstone. I have.
Did you do all that, or did someone else do that?
This was all my parents did all of this stuff. I've just been helping maintain it. I worked on this one. That was my project. That was my strawberry bed. Then I did all of this borderline. I reworked all the stuff around the water feature.
Oh, hey.
This is mostly wildflowers and daisies. And then I have big old yarrow up there.
Hey, Cliff. I'm not sure if you can see this, but Will, his company he works for, has a location in Ottumwa and one in Des Moines. Oh, I think he froze. I'm not sure. Let me see. Yeah, he froze. That's cool, Will. Cliff, are you there? Cliff. Earth to Cliff. Hey, Cliff, can you hear me?
Yeah, I must have hit a spot where my Wi-Fi jammed out on me.
Oh, by the way, Will just told us that his company has a location in Ottumwa and in Des Moines, Iowa.
Ain't nowhere near me.
I know that, but yeah.
So I've got my.
And Will said, "I wonder if I could transfer."
That'd be hilarious if you could transfer. Well, you from one location, yeah. My raspberries, and then look, I've got all that is wood. I've got more of this style of brick or patio brick all the way down. My water lines or my water barrels, 100 gallons. I got 2 of these. And then we have go the rest of the way.
I bet that place is beautiful at night with the lid up and everything.
Oh yeah, I've got I got lights wrapped around the columns. There's butterfly lights up there.
Hey, Cliff. Will says their company has a branch in Phoenix too.
Still too far from me. Phoenix is like a 6-hour drive, 7-hour drive. And then we got icicle lights up here
in New Mexico
on all these. So here's the water feature. My Wi-Fi is probably going to kill out on me, but me and my dad had to rebuild all of this back in here. We redid the step, all flagstone and sandstone border.
What's the step for? Is that raised?
The step is just to it's just a for the blue crusher fine. It's just a barrier to keep it from falling out.
Oh, okay.
It's only about 5-6 inches tall, so it's not a really big stair. But it gives it more like a kind of like an entryway platform to the like next level.
Okay.
And then we have that same patio brick all throughout here.
That's
Goes all
pretty.
the way to those blue barrels. Then we have our bench.
Okay,
This used
Cliff.
to be a tree.
Hey, Cliff.
So,
I'm
what?
going to ask a very personal question, so you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Old girlfriends probably love that place, right?
Don't know. Last one I had was 2006.
Oh, wow.
Anyways,
Well, I didn't want to go too much. I mean, you didn't have to answer. You know that, right?
I don't care.
Oh,
If
by
I'm
the
not
way,
on tape, that's fine. What?
Grace had a question. You should do a nighttime garden video.
I can try.
And Wolf wants to know how much water a day does your garden use? And do you
Most
have
of
a
everything.
well, or do you use a rain catch or tanked in type?
So we have everything on a sprinkler system, on an automated system, and it'll water usually twice a day for about 10 to 15 minutes per zone. And then
By the
that'll
way,
do that about every 2-3 days.
that's not bad. How much water
And
does
then,
it use generally?
On
Overall,
the sprinkler system, I have no idea what the average water usage is on that.
it would be on
but
your water bill.
Most of the stuff I manually water is used. A lot of that water is off of these guys. So
Your rain catches. Okay. That's a
55
nice
gallon
setup.
barrel. So 55, 44, 44, 44, 44, and a 44. And you can see they're all slaved together.
That's pretty slick, Cliff. You never showed that before.
And then I have this. So this is the main barrel where the water comes in and it just gets filtered through here. So on this one, what we have is I just got a 90-degree pipe in there. When that water level, when it fills all 5 of these barrels, I just turn that 90 degrees up so the water doesn't come out. And then the water level fills up to here. And all the excess water runs down this hose and into this garden.
Now, what do you use to get the algae and stuff out of there?
Normally, there's not any in there.
Well, I see some now.
Yeah, normally this water is actually pretty clear.
You might want to do some inspections on that one.
Yeah, no, it honestly, it doesn't even hurt the plants. It's just nutrients for the plants.
Okay.
It doesn't really actually hurt them.
Okay.
And then
I can understand
so the rest
that.
of my water system. So,
I don't like talking about where I work either.
Yeah, here's one of my 10 gallons. We got that one full of water. Then we got a 100-gallon barrel here full of water.
Right? It's all from your roof?
Yeah, it comes all off the roof. The only one we don't collect the water off of is the overhead on this one. That one actually drains right into the garden. You can see the drain pipe right there.
Did you set this all yourself?
No, this was all me and my dad. I've been working on this for years.
So you and your dad thought this all out and put it together. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, well, he built this whole house when I was like 5.
Okay, Lori. All right, I got to give out the news. Cliff, give me a second. Lori, Firefly just came in.
Hey, Lori.
We got a new place. This place, let me show you. This place here. Give me a second. Give me a second.
We'll go back to the water section here in a second, Homesteader Wolf.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I got to show the picture of the house. Oh, there it is. There's the house. That's what we just got. Thank you, Chris. So there you go. That's the good news. we're going to be moving in by the 1st or before, if everything works out right. So we get the paperwork to sign in a couple days. It's coming in from Florida. The landlady is coming in for a family get together this weekend, and she'll be, finishing up some final touches. Then if the current tenant is gone, we might get in a little early. So rent, yes, rent. But our plan is still in place. We're going to fill out the paperwork and jump through every hoop we can think of to get the funding to buy our own place. Not this one, mind you, because I want a place out in the country where there's more room for me to do stuff. Thank you, Sarah. No, Mike. What? Okay. Cliff's backyard is just amazing. By the way, Cliff, one of these days, I'd love to meet your dad. If he's like you and him are like-minded about your landscaping and stuff. That water
is cheaper this way.
That landscape with the water system, the catchment system, that is ingenious.
That just basically runs off the standard slope of. You can do that on just about any house built humanly possible. But yeah, check it out. This is for Grace, so this is
yes, it is.
All my lighting, or all the lighting that we have up in here.
What you need is like little solar panels that run those,
I know this just runs off the electric. We got little boxes on the columns, so there's a little.
This
is all electric. There's switches up here, and then we have everything.
Okay, folks.
Tied into up here.
House.
Yeah, so I got. It's hard to see these ones because they're white, but if you pay attention, you watch them twinkle.
They're
icicle lights. And then we've got more lights on the columns over there.
Yeah. And you got some stone birds and stuff like that.
Naturally, my old man.
That's your dad?
Out here bugging me.
Say hi to Dad for us.
But anyways, going back to the water. So yeah, basically it just runs off of this, and then my old man hooked up a off the backflow over here. This is a slave connection, so you can slave more of these together through the backside. And he's just got it. We just pull this down, and it fills this 44. And when it rains, we literally we'll be out here. We'll be soaking wet, soaked to the bone. But we will come out and we'll fill every bucket and container we physically have or we can find to fill water in.
That is, like I said, that is very ingenious the way you got that set up.
So, normally that would be full of water too, but at the moment I have mulch in it. And then this is my growing space. Still got to get rid of this piece of junk. But this is my normal growing rack. That's what I normally have everything on. So I have another 5-gallon bucket down there, and normally would have had water in.
Okay.
And
Chris, this is Cliff, Foxhead Outdoors. This is he's just going over his garden stuff. He gets really excited, and he's got some really good garden setups, and he's just happened to do a little view of the landscaping because I asked him to. But his water catchment system is just off the chain. Him and his dad was like geniuses on that kind of water, catching water.
This is
since you're in the middle of Albuquerque, no less.
Oh yeah. Well, you're allowed to legally collect water when it rains up to a certain gallon point, depending on where you're at in your region. But yeah, so these are 100-gallon barrels. They've got your main drain at the bottom. They've got a halfway valve. Well, it's more like it's lower than half, but that'll get you there. And then it has an overflow, which actually connects to this little pipe right here. So when the water level gets above that pipe, comes down at the overflow, goes down here, and my dad's actually got that set up in the ground on a 3-inch pipe. So the same style of drain pipe that you see here. And that runs all the way down there to that water barrel. And then the connection point actually ends right here. So that's where the overflow pops out of. So you can kind of see the water in there.
Yeah. Wolf had a question about how often does it rain?
It kind of depends on the season. We've already had 2 decent rainstorms so far this month, which has actually filled these guys twice. And
also, how much water can you store in Albuquerque? I know there's a limit, but I wasn't sure what it was.
like I said, depending on where you're at and if you whether or not you're actually zoned for it.
Are you
I
zoned
know
for it? Is
for
the
most
question.
farms and fields, I think it's like 10,000 gallons or something like that.
That's a lot of water.
For household use, I think it's
Is that
about
per person though?
2,000
Is
or
that or per
3,000
household?
is what you can collect.
Is that per household or per person?
It's per household, so I think it's like 3,000 gallons is what you can physically collect. But I don't get nowhere near that. My max, if we fill every barrel that we have, we're just shy of 1,000,
Okay, it's still pretty good.
and that'll usually last me about 2 weeks.
Or at least then you have to supplement it with regular city water.
Then we got that's what the hose is for. So you see this big old or brown snake on the ground.
Okay.
That guy actually attaches to our mainline water.
You know, we get more
This
of a
guy.
detailed thing
So
about
it
your
actually
garden
attaches
in
to
your
this.
yard when I'm talking to you than you do normally. I get a kick
Do
out of
what
it.
now? Sorry.
I mean, we get more detailed stuff about your garden and your yard when I'm talking to you than normally because I mean I actually get to see stuff and I want to just ask questions about.
Yeah, it's hard when you're filming because you can't really like respond to questions because you don't really know what people are going to ask. It's easier to do lives and do that
Right.
because then you can have you have almost that instant response time within margin. But yeah, that was my water collecting system, and then it's
That's a
with
pretty slick
everything we're
setup,
just
dude.
shy of like 1,000 gallons of water.
Okay, another question. Opposite side of the sidewalk there. All your wood. How do you have a log splitter or do you guys do a gas powered one, a manual log splitter? What do you use?
I will show you. I actually still have it in the yard, or well, we still have it in the yard.
Is it gas powered or is it
Yes.
like a hard? I've seen the
Oh no,
hydraulic
this
ones
is
before, but I wasn't sure
this
about.
is a massive log splitter. So this is the. I have to do it from this way, otherwise I show pertinent information. Yeah. So you got the oil tank on that side. The engine's right here. This is the lever for forward and backwards. It's basically just a big old hydraulic ram. And my dad built this too.
Your dad is a genius.
My dad's an engineer.
Makes sense then. No wonder everything's looks so cool. He should patent some of that setup.
Yeah, so this is our log splitter. It's basically just a 1/4-inch piece of steel with an edge on it, and then later a few years ago we added these splitter bars to spread the wood farther. But that's just all in hydraulics.
Well,
big
tell your
old
dad next time you see him, he's my hero. You know that?
Yeah,
Tell him that.
Yeah, and I mean you can see this is where the end is at. This is where the pusher's at versus that. That's
So,
about 24 inches.
That's a good sized log.
Oh yeah, you can split some huge logs, and I mean, you saw my log pile. I almost hit myself on the end of it. Well, I'll go back to the log pile. Well, you saw the stumps that I was pointing at earlier when I said you guys were stumping me.
No,
I can almost fit 2 of those on there.
Your dad is a genius, dude. I mean, your dad and my dad would have got along like 2 peas in a pod.
So that log splitter will split this. That thing will sit on there, and it'll still have like about 8-inch gap, easy.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I mean, some of these longer, you see, I got some longer ones back here. That'll fit on there, no problem. That big guy right there won't. He's about 8 inches too long, but same with that guy. I don't think that one will actually fit on there. But some of these other ones, they'll fit on there.
Will, put your link in there. You haven't. I don't think I saw yours. No, I mean, it's interesting that I got on my live to talk about what's going on with me, and like you're taking over because your place is amazing, dude. Your dad is a genius. You and your dad.
This is the door I mainly use. So this is just my little patio space back here, and then all my little plants.
Your dad built the house too, correct?
Oh yeah, it took him about 3 years to do it.
Wow.
With some help, and then on top of this, we got solar that goes all the way down.
You got solar too? Oh my
Oh, yeah.
gosh. You
We put
guys
that
are
in,
rocking it.
2 years ago. We put that in 2 years ago. And you can see, so it starts here at the end of the house
Be well, Wolf.
and goes all the way down to the end of the roof.
We're going to be renting, Chris. But we are going to use that as a stepping stone to buying our own place. We are
I'm a
as
friend of
soon as we get
mine.
into this place, we're starting the paperwork and the processes of putting in for a loan to buy a place.
Ow.
Our credit is
Almost
almost
good.
good enough, so we're going to go with an FHA loan as well as some first-time homeowner stuff and some other grants that we could use, as well as being VA. Both of us veterans, we're going to combine all that stuff and use it to purchase the proper ground that we want to build and put a place on it and go that route. Then we do stuff like what Cliff is doing, or we could just hire Cliff and his dad to come down here and help us.
I can do landscaping by myself. I'm pretty quick at it. So
No,
this is
Not
basically
just the
for Grace. Here's
landscaping, we're talking about the engineering stuff too.
Oh, I'm good at engineering things too. I don't have a degree or education in it, but I'm a really genius when it comes to
You
building
were
random
taught by
stuff.
your dad.
A lot of this I learned myself too. Got a dead
Well,
spot in my lights over there.
I'll hire
That's
you for
annoying.
about 6 months. You can hang out at our house while we're building everything.
Yeah, I could rebuild gardens, do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I over-engineer things as well, just like my old man does. I mean, he built all of this, everything. Built the shed, built the house. I mean,
Lori says that your house has a great party yard. If you want
oh, it really does. So we've actually hosted 2 weddings in this yard.
It looks like it'd be a good place for a wedding.
We hosted my sister's wedding, and then a friend of my mom's got married here. And over both venues, we had photographers actually ask my mom if she was renting the space just for the party, because they were impressed on how beautiful it actually looks. So I never actually finished the rest of this tour because we got
We'll make sure
sidetracked
to look
with
into
water.
that, Chris. Make sure it's not a PMI trap. Whatever that means. I'll learn it as we're going through the
Start you
classes.
guys down over here. So check this out. So we've got 2 planters on this side, and then we've got a little archway that a friend of ours gave us after the wedding. Then I got 2 more planters on that side. That's kind of like our barrier for the back half. We have, as you can see, flagstone on this doorway.
Man,
And
your
then that
place
goes
is
down the
just
side of the
beautiful,
house.
Cliff.
We had plants in here at one point, but that guy right there kept violating them. So we had to keep ripping them out. So this is through the walkway. So here's the archway.
You should
And
put strawberries on the arch.
yeah, strawberries don't grow that far.
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't try. Or green beans.
My original
peas.
plan was to grow beans or peas on these because I know those things trellis really well, but they didn't do so well in the planters I had them in.
Right.
We've got this little walkway for the birds.
Hey,
little
Shawnee.
bird bath. Oh, is Johnny finally here?
No, Shawnee.
Oh,
Johnny's
Shawnee.
at work.
Hey, Shawnee.
Johnny had to go to work early today. I talked to him before everybody else.
Actually, Lori, I do not have outdoor speakers
Not yet.
because you'll notice. So that's my neighbor's house right there, and then my other neighbor's house. That's the shed, and the other neighbor's is like right on the other side of the wall.
Oh, you got the lights on already.
Yeah, I put them on for Grace.
That's cool.
And I actually have this little white thing right here goes up and over this arch. That's a solar light.
And we can see inside your kitchen.
So I got a little solar light here. Watch, see if it works.
I see him.
And
That's
then this
cool.
one I've just got stuck in here, but once this guy gets covered, oh, he's not getting any sunlight. So landscaping around the tree. We got a little walk path basically all around the house. You can actually walk around the entire yard.
Well, it's a beautiful place there, Cliff. Above and
This is all
beyond
pressure fine. We have a secondary little patio over here.
with a fire
So we
pit.
have numerous little gathering spaces everywhere. And then normally from this tree, I have a light that hangs down in a little in a jar. And then it's my jar of lights, and it just usually lights up this little space over here. And then that was one of the planters I had up front. I still got to move the other one. Basic, just low grass on this end. And then I'll show you guys what's in here and up in that space in just a minute. What? Who's giving me crap in chat?
No, it's just me laughing because I mean, I think it's
Lori
really
and her
cool.
fire
I mean, it's
pit.
the most detailed stuff I've learned about your house since ever, and I
Fire
think
pit.
it's so freaking awesome. I mean, we
There's a
aspire
barrel.
to have a yard that cool.
I'm telling
know
you,
that,
dude. What people have actually asked I'm like not joking. If my mom actually rents this space out for weddings and stuff. I mean, look at it. This is all. I've done most of the stuff down here. These are just normal little yellow flowers that they'll grow on their own. But I
Oh,
keep redoing all of this. I've got catmint in here. That's my
Cliff,
speedwell, my yucca plant. I mean, you can see all landscaping is everywhere. I have this like whole thing landscaped.
Yeah. Hey, Cliff.
Yo,
Lori says meet up at your place.
yeah, right. Can do that in a couple of months when everybody's gone and I'm the only one here. My barrel planter, those are fake, and I don't know what the heck happened here.
You're going fuzzy, bud.
There we go. So I got more plants. It's all like everything back here is landscaped. The only spot that's not landscaped is the front of the house.
That's still cool.
I mean, that's all ivy down there. We planted that about 3-4 years ago, and it's pretty much taken over this whole space. One of my solar lights is on already. It's being weird. But we've got everything. I mean, it's all landscaped. All of it.
Chris Clevercraft actually gave me some good advice for the FHA loan that Jenny and I are going to be going for. There's a veteran version that's going to help us better than anything else. Oh, Lori said
rosemary growing over here.
Lori says that lavender would grow great on those open areas like the long walkway.
Yeah, the only problem is I have 2 big cottonwood trees back here, and anywhere there's an abundance of water, these things send out runners and strangle the crud out of it.
Oh, that's what happened to those other plants. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
These,
you had to pull out.
You can see I have, look. So I got one massive cottonwood there, one massive cottonwood there. We used to have one in the corner by this telephone pole, but that's what we turned into this bench.
Oh, did I see a palm tree in the distance there to the up when you looked toward the telephone pole? No, that's just nothing. I thought there was
a bunch of cottonwood trees.
Ah, that means there's an underground stream somewhere near you. You know that, right?
Yes, cottonwood trees. Actually, on the other side of this wall, technically there used to be a ditch.
Aha!
So we actually have it's an underground aquifer tunnel, and that runs along this whole. There's a. Let me see if I can do this without falling over on eating, just wiping out. So this is our garbage pile back here where me and my dad just store.
Thank you, Susan. Please inform Prepping 101 about the news, if you would, please, or he can come here and talk to me himself if he wants to.
So this is an alleyway, but there's also water that runs under it. So like all of us down along this actually have well rights, so we can actually dig well and actually have access to the water that runs back through here.
Well, that's good. Because having
you can
water
see some
rights,
of my solar lights are working over here.
Yeah, having water rights on your property is
we don't need them.
probably where you're at, especially.
Yeah, we don't need them.
Doesn't mean it's not a good thing to have, not to have. You know, like I said, I still think you should make some arrows out of those. Yes,
I've actually got some that are super straight and actually really thick. I might actually consider trying it this year.
Okay, I'm showing people more of the houses that I got.
Okay.
That's the house, people. Yep, that's what we're getting into. It won't be until between now and the 1st, but we're getting somewhere. Lori wants to know also, is it warm there?
I was waiting until you were finished. I was going to answer a question after that, but right now it's about 70, give or take. But I mean, you can see from my trees, pretty windy.
Actually, I got a question for you. This is something my dad used to say because he used to work in a sawmill.
Uh-huh.
He said that cottonwood used to stain his hands bad when he used to cut it, but that people used to make clothing out of the cottonwood fluff that would come out of there, out of the tree.
So that would be off of I believe it's a male cottonwood tree. Those ones, I only have 1 or 2 of those left in the neighborhood. And one of them is just over my neighbor's house right there. You see that big tree line right there? That's one tree.
Wow, that's a pretty good sized tree. But you can,
Yeah,
make
those
stuff
are-
out of the cottonwood fluff, like clothing,
Yes.
like,
When those things go to seed or spore, they get these. I mean, they're like popcorn-sized seed balls, and it's
Right.
just cotton. And if you harvest enough of that, you can actually make clothing with the fibers.
yeah.
But so here's this part here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the rose donut or oval. Those are fake, like I said. And then I've got. See if you can see them. See them right there.
But as a hummingbird?
Yep. Got a hummingbird feeder there. Then I've got the other one over there, and then I have one right here.
That's cool.
But this is the rose bushes my mom's been growing for probably about 10, 12 years now.
That's cool, Cliff.
Look at these roses.
All you need is an archery range.
I actually got a spot where I can technically shoot.
Where?
Look at all these.
Show me.
Wait one second. So I got yellows, whites, purples. I've got reds in here too, as
You got a
well.
flamingo?
Actually, they're herons.
Herons, okay. You got a heron sticking in there.
Actually, I got 2 of them. The other one's over here.
Oh wow. Kind of looks like
So-
almost looks like a swan.
Yeah, they're herons. They're my dad painted these and stuck them in the garden. You normally get these and they just come in the standard like metallic color, so like unfinished metal.
I see them in real life, so I don't, I see them a lot.
Oh, I have 2. Oh, dude, there's about an hour drive south from where I'm at. They'll land in his field by the thousands.
Oh wow.
And then see my one
Where
random
would
red
you
one.
shoot
over
at?
there.
Now that you show me the all the roses.
Dude, that is weird. That like people aren't joking when they say that the exposure gives a different color to everything, because that right there, not on camera, is almost pinkish purple and like a dark color, but you can see, look at how vibrantly red that is
Right.
just from the camera exposure. And I don't have anything on my filters. I'm just straight running through StreamYard. So when people say that the lighting exposure on camera makes it brighter than it seems, they're not joking.
That's cool.
Because it still looks off my camera, it still looks like it's daytime, but I mean, you can see the sun setting over there. But
So where would
yeah,
you
if I
shoot that?
wanted to, technically, I have multiple spots I could shoot. I
need
can
to
technically shoot down this way. I can
Right.
shoot from down this way towards us. I can just put a backdrop right here in front, and I can just start shooting down that way. Or if I really wanted to, because I have, like I said, I've got numerous spots where I can actually do this.
I would just pick one and just stick with one, because you only need about 20 yards max.
So I've got a narrow space here where I could shoot. I'd have to shoot in between the fence and the wall, but I could put a backdrop there and shoot.
That'd be a good one.
Or I can do
Thank you, Prepping 101.
I
just
could
came
do
in.
another narrow one down this way. I could
We
put a
move in
backdrop down
between
there.
now and the first. So
Hey, Prepping 101, how's it going?
we signed the paperwork in a couple of days, and they're going to do some cosmetic work after the current tenant moves out. Then we should be moving in. Thank you. It's thanks to all you.
Y'all can see this. Look at my lights
wonderful people out
blinking
there.
over there.
Yep.
There we go.
I'm thanking everybody. Professor Falcon, thank you for coming, otherwise known as Joshua. Hey, hun.
Oh, nice.
guy
We're getting. Looks like we're getting a 101 raid.
Yeah, I call him Joshua.
Sorry, folks, for not being able to read the chat actively right now. If I throw the chat up, I lose my
Louisiana's
visuals on what I'm looking at.
Paperman, thank you for coming. Gloria, thank you for coming. Joni Miller, thank you. Jean, Jen, thank you all for coming. It's people like you who helped my family get to where we are. We're still in the hotel temporarily. We're trying to get by until we get there. Should have everything signed and ready to go by this weekend, but we're going to have to wait till the current tenant moves out, cosmetic stuff taken care of, then we can start moving in. Thank you, Hammy. I really appreciate it.
There's the lights a little better. Went blurry for some reason. What the heck is going on? There we go. You can see I have lights everywhere. All of the yard lights are starting to kick on.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, T.
Those guys just popped in.
Papa Patriot, thank you.
Raiders, very much appreciated.
Yeah, I wasn't a raid. I was just saying thank you, letting people know what's going on.
No, it did. I think this is a 101 raid.
Yeah, I think it is too. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, see, that's the next person I've seen said 101 sent us.
Thank you for coming. Sandra, thank you for coming. Ed, definitely. Spike, thank you for coming. You guys are amazing, beautiful people. Thank you for everything you guys have done.
Oh, perfect. I can actually show that way without pertinent information.
That's still pretty good, Cliff. I'd love to see the solar panel set up someday, but I do like that. That is
well, the solar panels, they're just up on the roof.
No. I want to show off your icicles.
Oh, these guys?
Yeah, those are friggin' cool.
Here, let me go on the other side. It'll actually you'll be able to see them a little better because it's a dark background because the tree's in the way.
Thank you, Prepping 101 and family.
There you go. There's the icicles.
Guys? That's freaking cool. The people in the chat, people out there. Okay, now I got to go big for a second there, Cliff, so bear with me here. I want to thank everybody. Folks, Prepping 101, everybody else, and I haven't mentioned you. If I miss you, Johnny Angel, everybody, thank you. Without support from this wonderful family of ours, I don't know where we'd be, to be honest. My wife and I were down. Pickin, thank you for coming. How you doing, brother? Pickin at Homestead, thank you for coming. Sunshine, awesome. Oh man, this is amazing. Without your support, we'd be probably living in our truck or, that kind of thing. But we're doing our best. We still got a little while before we can get into the place. We're just trying to make things stretch. Well, thanks are still going to be given, no matter what. Thank you. Love you all. And I just don't say that. I do mean it. Oh man. This is great. Oh man.
You're good, Colin. Just breathe. Just breathe.
I know. Oh man. Breathe. Okay. And I'm
focus.
How do we support me? If you wanted to, I do have a PayPal and Cash App links and stuff like that. But if you wanted to, you'd be great. Yeah, I appreciate it because we're just trying to make it through because we're paying by like $70 a day where we're at until we get into this place. And I just paid for 3 more days. Yes, I've already thanked North Shore Preparedness. I called him personally and told him about. Okay, Nose, can you please post my links, please? I know you're in here. I know you're really good at that.
Yeah, I can't post nothing because I'm on my phone.
Well, you can go back. You can go get on your computer real quick.
I'd actually have to turn it back on. I think turned itself off after about an hour.
Yeah.
It done timed out on me. Ooh, we're going downhill on it.
But I do have my PayPal listed in my about section of my on my channel. But I'm gonna see about getting that link. Bear with me here, folks. I'm trying to.
Yeah, they just need to go to your about section on your main page, and they'll find the pertinent links in there.
Evan, thank you, brother. Thank you, Evan.
Muchos gracias, Evan.
By the way, Cliff, you're going to have a standing invitation at our new place when we move in, when we get our permanent place.
Jenny
when we build the house.
Jenny already gave it to me when we were talking the other day.
Yeah, you get meatloaf.
Ooh, I love meatloaf.
We usually have her make 2 or 3 meatloaves at the same time because it usually doesn't last long.
No, dude, I can eat a good like 3-inch section of meatloaf.
Well, she uses like about 10 pounds of hamburger when she makes her meatloaf, and it usually goes bye-bye really quickly.
Yeah, because meatloaf is good.
Yeah, Jenny has. She's really good at baking. Yes, thank you all. Yeah, Evan already posted my PayPal link. Any help you can do, greatly appreciated. Man, I can't believe how many wonderful people are here, Cliff. You know that?
Tons of them.
I know.
I mean, it is all about.
Okay.
Wow, you know what? Oh no, guys, burning time. What an idiot.
Lori, that actually sounds good. I'm not even hungry, and that sounds good. A grilled meatloaf sandwich.
Ooh.
Does that not sound good?
I would do mine with pepper jack.
Well, yeah, if you want to do cheese. But the thing is, I can never do a meatloaf challenge. I'm sorry to say. That would have to fall under her. She's got awards for winning baking and stuff like that. But I'm
not gonna be able to be on this thing much longer. I'm eating battery like crazy.
You need to get yourself one of these, Cliff.
I have one.
Why aren't you using it?
Because I need to buy a new phone because this thing charges slower than beans. So I've just been putting off buying it because I've already hit my lifespan almost pretty much on this battery pack. Already had this phone for like 4 years.
Thank you, Gloria. I haven't been to Virginia for years. That was just passing through.
North or South Virginia?
I think she said Virginia.
I know North or
South Virginia. Really, Cliff?
Well, just about everywhere else has either got an east or west or a north or south. You got North Dakota, South Dakota.
So it's Southern Virginia. That's what it is.
See my bright yellow shirt. Look, it's dark outside or getting there, and look, its shirt looks like I'm like.
I wear one of those shirts all the time, Cliff. At work.
These are my standard work shirts. Here, I'll make it even brighter.
Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. Okay. We'd have to make a pilgrimage out east.
West.
What do you mean west?
I'm just messing with you.
You're west of me.
I'm west of everywhere except for Johnny. Johnny's the only one west of me. Oh, and Will. Will and Jason.
So it goes you, Jason, Will, Johnny.
Yeah, it's me, Jason, Will, and Johnny.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, sorry, I had to muffle my thing while I was walking in. Oh, I almost threw my candy bar in the trash.
I got something that you might like, Cliff. Brownie.
Is it a whole bunch of these?
No, it's brownies.
Normal brownies or herbal brownies?
Regular brownies. I also have some of this.
Brownies. Yeah, I was going to get one while I was at the store today, but then I decided I didn't want to spend $12 on a bag of beef jerky.
this is just a 10-ounce bag, but I'm gonna since I'm gonna go up this northwestern Iowa tomorrow. It's gonna be a long day.
I bought this yesterday and it's already empty. And I literally sat down and ate the whole bag.
Thank you, Evan. Yeah, we're in South Central. We're going to be in South Central Iowa.
What in the heck? My computer did something weird. I'll wait till this thing decides to undo whatever it's going to do.
Well, I figured if one of those days when you come out to visit us, we can get ready for like a Wood Squad meetup or something at the same time.
We could. We would just have to get Tyler to get over there.
Well,
thank you, Homesteader Wolf. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Sunshine. Hey, Max Air, thank you for coming.
One click closer to 500, and I still got to get all my stuff.
Okay, Grace, you cannot lay down a comment that says, I got so much chocolate for Mother's Day. Without, last all year, showing how much chocolate you actually got.
What is it? What is this? What are those TikTok things where it's like, show me how much chocolate you got without showing me how much chocolate you got?
I don't know.
I gotta watch that one still because I couldn't really watch that one at work, Mallory, because I was working. Everyone keeps trying to throw up lives while I'm working. I'm like, I can't watch these people.
I hit the wrong dang button.
At least you didn't exit out of the stream.
I did. It logged me completely out when I was trying to go and check on something, and it took me out of where I was at.
Oops.
I had to log all the way in.
Gotcha. I'm gonna have to bust off on this one because I'm at like 4% on my phone. So.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let my phone charge, but I got my computer up and running. But
Sunshine, sorry, Sunshine. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it.
Max Air 420, how's it going? Arkansas living.
I got rating again.
Living.
Yeah, and I just got enough more money.
But anyways, I'm gonna step down for a bit, Colin. Hey, Jenny.
Hi.
You see that smile? That's because of the situation we're in right now. She's happy.
I'd be super happy too.
Everything.
But anyways, I'm gonna drop off. I'm gonna let my phone charge, and then I'll be back on in about 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah. I've been outside. I gotta go get clean. I gotta go take care of some stuff. And yes, for anybody who's asking, that is a blimp.
Does it fly? Is the question, or is it just a?
No, it's.
Show? What's it say?
Here, let me switch my camera around. It'll be the easier way.
Oh. Oh, you don't usually. I don't hear anything. Oh. Oh, Wolfenstein from the game.
Yes. That's my Wolfenstein blimp.
That's cool.
And all my anime.
And
all my camping gear.
Thank you, William.
Supplies.
But I'll see you in about 30, bud. Okay?
Catch you in a bit.
Chris, that's my wife, Jenny. Just to let you know. That's my wife, Jenny. She's my better half. She's smarter than I am. I'm just a lot stronger than she is. So I'm thinking about getting her a new t-shirt. It's going to be called, say, Curb Check. Because she's hurt herself on curbs 3 times so far in her life. Each one worse than the last. So the first one was pretty bad. But thank you. Thank you. Oh man, this is freaking cool. So now that I'm got you all to myself again, I want to say thank you to everybody. Curb Crusher. Someone suggested the name Curb Crusher.
No, because the curves usually get me.
Okay, because the curbs usually take Jenny out, so we're going to just stick with Curb Check. Thank you, Gloria. So far, so good. It started off as a maybe as of this afternoon, then it went to a definite. And then we'll have the paperwork signed in about 2 days and sent back. We're going to try to overnight it, and we're going to go from there. And by this weekend, we should have everything all ready to go. And like I said, there's the current tenants that are moving out, and as soon as they're out, carpets are cleaned, certain things patched up, then we'll be all set to move in. And we're going to have a huge garage sale when we move in because we have a lot of stuff we have to pare down. Thank you for coming, Drops. I'm sorry I didn't call you. I mean, I knew I should have. I knew it was somebody I missed. I call on my call list, but we will talk about more about when you get back from your nap. It is definitely an arts and crafts style home, Lori. I'm sorry, Sunshine. It's just the fact is that we're kind of celebrating. But Jenny makes the most awesome meatloaf. My son and I, we praised her meatloaf. My mom made a good meatloaf, but not as good as Jenny. Jenny actually has a lot of good crafts and stuff she does. She has an inkle loom. She does crocheting. She does knitting. She does cross stitch. She does all that stuff. And then me and my archery stuff. I mean, I've got a lot of archery stuff. I can't begin to tell you how much archery stuff I got stashed here in the room right now. Not everything, but pretty close. I mean, I've got something here that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if you guys recognize what this is. Yes, it looks like a regular fishing pole. It's not. It's actually for bow fishing. I just need to get this little attachment right there. Then I'll be all set. She doesn't like getting on YouTube as much. She's more of like over my shoulder waving or taking over temporarily as I go use the restroom. Sunshine says hi. Oh, Max says hi.
Yes?
Sunshine says hi.
Hi
Hey. By the way, this is Mac. Say hi, Mac. I guess he wants his attention. Yep. You should hear him. He sounds like a motor right now. His name is Macus Attackus. Hey, Mac, look here. Mac, look right there. Mac. I know. You're gonna have to get off me now. You know that, right? Because I'm kind of in the middle of something. Here, I'll fill up your bowl in a second. Okay. Definitely, Sunshine. Definitely. we was going to name him MacGyver, but it turns out he was not Irish or Scottish, but Roman. I'm not sure what kind of cat it is, but he's a rescue. We picked him up as a kitten from a lady who rescued him off the street. Got him spayed and neutered, and or neutered, or whatever they call it. I could never figure out which is which. And he's been a pretty good part of our family. Though he's not really happy about being stuck in a hotel room, by the way. He went from a whole house to looking at all the windows to one window. So he's going to be looking at all these different places once we move into this new place. Thank you. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you for coming. You're welcome anytime. When I get back to doing my regularly scheduled lives, I usually do on Thursdays. But since I've been here, I've been pretty much regular every day, off and on. But thank you for all for coming. I mean, this is just. Thank you, Gloria. Really appreciate you coming. Thank you, Lori. I really appreciate it. I mean, like I was saying earlier, I don't know where we'd be without you guys, because I've been homeless and it's not something I wish on anybody. As a veteran and someone who's been homeless before, it's not something I wish on anybody, because a lot of veterans are homeless nowadays and it sucks. That is so cool, Sunshine. We actually do have some homemade candle molds, more like the taper type, and we have made regular candles. We just wish we had some friends who were closer that they had some regular beeswax to make our own candles. Because we do a lot of reenactments, like rendezvous and medieval reenactments and Renaissance fairs and other stuff. So we always use candles. We also use oil lamps too. Lots of oil lamps. You're welcome back anytime, Gloria. Me too, Drops. I really appreciate it. It's been a long time coming. That actually, someplace. I mean, I've got the. Give me a second here. This is. Oh, oh. This is the house once again, and we'll get back to where you see some of the features. You got the two chandeliers. Oh, dang it! End up hitting that button. But that's what it looks like in the living room, with the built-ins off the side here, and the chandeliers and the carpet. Underneath the carpeting is the original hardwood floors. They did not tear them out. They just put the carpeting on top. Baseboard heating. This place was built to last. I don't know if the fireplace works, but I'm hoping it will. Thank you, Lori. I hope so. It's an amazing place. I mean, we were so lucky to get it. That's the sun porch. There's no heat in the wintertime, basically, in that room, but these are all for curtains going all the way across here, these iron deals. But we're going to use it as a plant sunroom. So we're going to put a desk in here and a lot of plants and Jenny's craft stuff. So it's all going to be right here where she gets a lot of light. So she can sit there and do her knitting, her crocheting, do her loom stuff. Don't ask me, I'm not much on looms, but I just bought them for her. Oh, hey Sydney, how you doing? CJ, how you doing? Yes, yes, they are. We got they're getting the paperwork sent over. We sign, and we'll be in our new house by the 1st. We just got to make it through till then. I put my $200 in this just before I came home today on the door. Carol, how you doing? Yep, that's just one of the rooms, Carol. And there's the entryway, which is really cool. This is a closet, open closet. We have hang your clothes off here, and down here's the mailbox. There's a little place to put your shoes down on either side, so you don't have to go outside to get your mail, which is really cool. The living room is just amazing. We actually have a dining room, and I'm sorry to say, well, not sorry really. We are geeky enough to play Dungeons and Dragons still, and we think that our dining room right here, because we have a really big dining room table, would be perfect in there. And we can invite people over. We can do Dungeons and Dragons and what have you. You actually have people over. We never really had a place we can really do that. Yes, that's what everybody says, CJ. What's really cool is on the outside, on the back of the building, there's actually a working well, hand pump. A board, Chris, you lost me. I guess I'm not sure what era that is, but I mean, this is going to be the fanciest place I've ever lived in, to be honest. And no, Dungeons and Dragons doesn't necessarily have a board. It's mostly dice and papers and stuff like that, but you can have really nice setups where you can, have maps and things like that, how you do your stuff. It's definitely fancy. No, there are some places that use 3D maps and stuff like that, Chris. So if you ever watched anything like Critical Role here on YouTube, they actually have really detailed maps and figurines, and yeah, it gets really detailed stuff. Me, I don't have any more figurines. I lost those years ago, but I got a couple really nice dice and stuff like that. Thank you, Carol. I really hope so. Not for my sake, but for hers and my son's. Well, thank you, Sunshine. I was 4 years Air Force and 12 years Army. I was an Army medic, combat medic. I was in an ambulance company, the 134th Medical Company. I try, Chris. Which is really funny, Sunshine. Both of our dads were both Marines. I've always been hopeful, but every time I got my hopes up, they get dashed. So bear with me here. It's going to take some while to get everything to click. You're most welcome, Carol. Jenny and I thank you as well. You need any help with anything, hon?
No.
By the way, Carol Ann on here says thank you for your service.
Oh, damn.
Jenny says you're welcome. Yeah. Hey, Lori, my dad was there during the Cuban Missile Crisis. He may have been on the same ship as my dad. Firefly Farms' dad was a Marine during the Cuban Missile Crisis. That's where my dad was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They might have served together.
They may have. I'm not sure if on the same ship, but at least in the same fleet. That'd been kind of cool. Uh-oh. You got the inside fox.
Because I'm not outside anymore, so I got to be inside.
Thank you for coming. Oh, man. I just found out something really interesting about Lori from Firefly Farm. Her dad was a Marine during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Ooh.
Now here's the thing. My dad was there during the Cuban Missile Crisis. I can't ask him because he passed away back in '99, but I think that's really cool.
That is a trip.
That is trippy.
You always learn something new about random people.
Well, I told you that Jenny and I both have dads who were Marines.
Yeah.
Didn't I? And it's interesting that both of us became Air Force first, but I decided to go Army. My dad was a motor pool, and he was also a driver for a general over in Okinawa. Yeah, my dad got to escort a general around.
Nice.
Yeah, he had so many stories. So if anybody ever wants to hear a story about my dad when he was a driver for a general, let me know. He's got some doozies.
Another chat.
But you need more jerky? I can lend you some.
No, I have no chat.
Oh.
No, surprisingly, I didn't want to buy beef. I had beef jerky, but then I was just like, nah, I don't feel like spending the money on it today.
Your dad was in Okinawa too? Oh my gosh. They might have known each other. That's freaking cool.
Depends on what division they were in.
Well, my dad was motor pool. So in Okinawa is a very small place. So there's a possibility he probably knew my dad. My dad was working for the general who ran the entire base. So if he didn't know who the general was at the time, there's something wrong. Yeah, like the time my dad went to the chow hall armed because the general told him to go eat and come back. And he's always required to be armed wherever he goes. And the sergeant in charge of the chow hall was torqued off because my dad jumped in the head of the line in his chow hall and while wearing a firearm in his chow hall. Oh, man. He lost some stripes that day from what my dad said.
What your dad did, or the chow
The
hall guy?
sergeant, the chow hall guy. Be well, Chris. Thank you for coming.
Later, Chris.
Let me know what you find out, Lori. I think it's really cool. And my dad was a corporal, I think, if you're asking what rank he was. I found a picture of my dad. I'm not sure if it was on my phone or.
Is this the one where he's holding a mushroom?
Yeah. I was doing some searching earlier, and I think I found it. I'm not sure. I'm checking my main box right now. It may have been on my phone or something. I can't remember. But my dad and my Uncle George are just like, they're gurus when it comes to.
Grace is saying that her dad was a chauffeur for a colonel.
Oh, where was he stationed at, Grace? My dad was a chauffeur too. Small world. I'm going through all my pictures. I'm not sure if I have them on this one or they could be on Facebook. I don't know. Or it could be on my phone. Let me see.
Would anybody like a goldfish?
Does anybody want to build a snowman? Wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. That's way cool, Lori. My mom and dad are a little different.
Red tastes good today.
Wait, maybe it's on my phone with the photos. Let me check.
No, seriously, does anybody want a goldfish?
Thank you, but no.
It doesn't have nuts or mushrooms in it. At least I don't think it does.
Actually, I think I am going to. I'm actually going to send it to you, Cliff. Let's see if you could do something with it.
I have a random question for you, Colin. Can you eat sunflower seeds?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the sunflower seeds are one of the few that I can actually eat. I like getting the shelled ones over the ones with the shell in it, even though the salt tastes better with the shells on it. But the shellless ones are better for me. I used to make my own. Sorry about that. Making my own trail mix because I can't use nuts in my trail mix.
Oh yeah, Lori, it says literally on the box. Let's see if it'll focus.
Baked snack crackers?
No, it's right under the fish. It doesn't want to focus. Come on, you stupid camera.
It says Finn.
Yeah, that's this guy's name.
UL Sunshine, thank you for coming.
Hey, it focused.
Look, here's the picture of my dad and my Uncle George.
Yep, I think the main one you have is actually packed away.
Yeah, there's my dad right there. But look, those are the size of the mushrooms. I'm trying to figure out. I'm probably gonna see if I can save this to Facebook where I can get it. Where I can actually post it to here.
I'm definitely gonna have to eat these really quick because I thought there was a bag inside.
They're not.
Nope. Look. That's the inside. No bag. It's just pour and eat. I think that's a touring.
Dang it. Hey, love. Okay, I saved that to Facebook. Now I'm going to see about shit.
Good night, sunshine. Apologies for
I-
missing your exit.
I already said goodnight to
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Sunshine.
I haven't eaten these things in forever. I forgot how they tasted.
Give me a second here.
I actually used to have a bag of these in my emergency food storage kit in my car.
I got it. I finally got it. Boom.
Nice.
Look
Yeah,
at the size of this thing.
Those are huge morals.
Morels?
Morel, same difference.
Morals are something completely different, Cliff.
Not really. I spelled exactly the same damn way.
Okay, for those of people who have seen my forearms, as you can see, they're genetic. These guys are brothers. They're 2 of 11 kids in their family. And my dad was somewhere in the middle.
Jesus.
Yeah. The one without the beard is my dad. Look at his arms. And that pot he has is over a foot wide, and some of the mushrooms are even bigger than that. And they never told anybody where they got them. And
He literally took that
these
information
guys are
from-
Johnny's heroes, apparently. Because Johnny made me send him a picture of this. he's got a picture of my dad, my uncle on his wall somewhere.
He does, actually.
Which is really funny. Because, they know they're mushrooms. I can't eat them, but they're really cool. But
Smoke sections are covered in salt.
this guy here is my dad. And my arms I'm built the same way he is, but just bigger.
You could just do it the easy way and say the guy in the white shirt is my dad.
But technically, it's not even white. It's like gray. The one with the hat on is my dad. Evan says, that sounds like Johnny. Yeah, both of these guys passed away a long time ago, unfortunately. I miss my dad the most. And my Uncle George and my dad were best friends. They did everything together.
Well, I was going to say, aren't they brothers?
Yes, they are. I think my grandma had, give me a second. I've got to remember all my uncles before I can give an accurate count. John, Chuck, Larry, Dale, Russell. I'm missing somebody. George and my dad. Yeah. 7 boys and 4 girls. My dad was 57 when he passed away. My mom was 57 when she passed away. They both died within a month of each other. My
How
dad
old are you,
was,
Colin?
I'm 53.
You got 4 more years?
Don't even joke about that. That scares me more than anything, Cliff.
Yeah, you're telling me my family has a habit of, my family history has a habit of having a heart attack around 47, 48.
Lori, happy birthday to your dad. Maybe have many more.
I was going to say, his birthday was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
You know what's really interesting about my dad and his birthday?
Same as yours?
No, actually. But there is an interesting story about it. My dad was born on February 20th. His brother Larry was born on February 20th. his brother Larry's daughter, Stacy, was born on February 20th.
Oh, weird.
No, not done yet. Another Uncle Larry's grandkids was also born on, guess what day? February 20th.
February 20th?
Yeah. Apparently, it's a popular day in my family. My dad and my cousin Stacy used to go celebrate their birthday together.
That's hilarious, Lori.
It's over here, and I got to wrap Jenny's arm and tuck her into bed.
Uh-oh.
She's tired. Oh, ow, 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 ow.
Night,
Night.
I popped my knee the other day when I was putting on my socks and it hurts really bad. I think
what hurts? Don't do it.
It strained something, I think.
I'm assuming you're talking about my goldfish, Carol. But yeah, I had them in a thick old freezer Ziploc bag, but somehow got a hole in it and they went all stale and gross, so I chucked them. But this thing is foil lined, so this should be good for a while. I'll have a whole box eaten in like a week.
Good night. Love you. Mac, you're taking over my stream? What?
Macus attack us.
For those people who don't understand what's going on, Mac was sitting in front of the computer while I was doing all that. My dad used to take me hunting for morels, but I had to wear gloves. Yeah, I don't know how they planned it, Grace. It just sort of worked out that way. The fact is they had 4 people and 3 of them from the same part of the family all on the same day. That's just freaky. Now, on my birthday, I just count back at 9 months and I figure out what day of the year it was, at least what time of year it was anyway.
Well, give or take about 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, let's just say it was a holiday.
Well, because it's all going to depend. I tried doing the same thing, but you got to figure whether or not you were actually born on your predicted date of birth or if you were born early or born later.
I was actually the only one planned on in my family, part of the family. So,
well,
yes.
No, but the question
I
is,
actually was born on my due date.
Okay, so you were born on your due date. So if you were actually born on your due date, then you could do the 9 months backwards and see what day they did the thing on.
Yeah. Give or take a couple of weeks, but yeah.
I was like 2 weeks early. I didn't want to stand there no more.
Oh, it can't be as bad as Ian. He was due April 3rd. He showed up on April 1st.
That's one huge ass cosmic joke right there.
I think it's cool.
I bet he gets a lot of grief for that.
Not really. He gets a lot of grief for other things. I mean, he's a scrawny kid, but the thing is, just because he looks scrawny doesn't mean he's scrawny. He's pretty strong in his own right, but he just doesn't weigh much. Ooh, sorry to hear that, Lori. That's being breech has got to be tough. It was really interesting though, Carol, when my family went hunting. Imagine 7 brothers with all the male siblings and any females that wanted to come along going hunting at the same time. We're talking about 21 or higher people at any given time.
Good Lord.
That's including hunting dogs on top of everything else. Yeah. When we went hunting, it was a serious event.
Well, I would assume so. Because
Let's see here.
hunting is lifeblood like for some families. If you don't hunt, if you don't get game, you don't eat.
That my family, my dad's family grew up during the Great Depression in a tar paper house in the middle of the worst part of town. And my grandma was amazing about making sure no one ever went hungry. And if an extra kid sat at the table, they ate food. She made sure everybody was fed. But the thing is, the rule was, if you want hunting, you make sure you brought something back. And they hunted for pretty much everything.
Does bringing back your brother alive count as bringing something back?
No. If you don't bring your brother back, then you better make sure you bring the body back. No. One of the stories I have from my dad is something that his brothers did to him when he was just a young kid. They ganged up on him. They took a pine tree and bent it over and tied him to it this way.
Oh, Jesus.
Then they let go upside down in a tree, and they just walked away.
They literally classic cartooned him.
No, it gets worse. Grandpa found him. And the only way Grandpa could get him out was chop the freaking tree down.
Oh, God.
Then he he beat the crap out of my dad for, he took care of his brothers for doing that. Then he took care of my dad for letting them do that to him. So no one got out of punishment that day.
But that's not even fair. The guy getting tied to the tree shouldn't have been punished. He was already punished enough being upside down in a tree.
Pretty much. But it was about 3 hours he was upside down. I don't know much more details than that's what my dad told me. But it's my dad had it. Or my family's pretty interesting, I guess. To me, anyway. Welcome back, Will. Okay, Will. First and foremost, battery pack.
No, but he's got family time.
Okay, be well, Will. Thank you for coming. It's not going to stop my voice, hon. You know that, right?
Yes.
But she can if the Sergeant General over there says to cut the stream short.
Yeah, like Sergeant Major.
Lieutenant, Sergeant, Colonel, Major.
Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, the Sergeant Major over there could probably tell me to shut it down, but she knows this is what I do.
Well, you've got to get to work in the morning anyway, don't you?
Well, the thing is, because we're going so far to do our deliveries, a lot of the time I just sit there and just ride along until I have to do the physical labor.
So you sleep in the truck?
No, I don't sleep. Well, I can, but I don't. I'm on my phone a lot, though. I've actually set up a couple of live streams while I was sitting there on the truck, just get ready to do stuff. But
my goldfish has a hole in it. My other goldfish was eating my goldfish.
No, you know what that reminds me of? Oh, what's that one commercial?
Not well.
I can't remember which one it is.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Mark is live, isn't he?
He is? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he should be.
I thought it was Tuesday. This is Monday.
Oh, this is live too. Let me check. No, I didn't get a notification, so let me double check.
I got one on Instagram.
Yeah, I think that was his. That's for tomorrow. No, he's live tonight. He's live right now.
Oh wow!
Or he will be live in 15 minutes.
Okay. Jerky.
Oh my God. The paranoia factor.
What do you mean?
Yep, they put chemicals and stuff. That's how things get clean.
Okay,
I
that
just want
makes
to sit
sense.
here and just munch on these. If push came to
Okay.
shove, I could literally just sit here and probably eat half this container.
You have.
That was cheese puffs.
Same difference.
No. There's like 4 times the amount of goldfish that there are cheese puffs. Way smaller. Can you imagine, though, that entire cheese puffs container full of goldfish? That would take me like a month to eat those.
No, my son could probably do it in about a week, if less.
I'd have to be sitting there just munching.
Oh, that'd have been so beautiful to do, Carol. Go deer turkey hunting in the Adirondack Mountains.
Adirondack.
Okay, sorry, my pronunciation sucks.
Gotcha. You're out Canadian mountain range.
No, that's the States.
Well, it goes down to the States, but not very far.
Grace says Cheez-Its are better than goldfish.
Grace, did you not see the container I was eating last week? Oh, yeah. I like Cheez-Its, but I like the jalapeno ones or the white cheddar.
Sorry, Carol. We're just like talking about everything under the sun. Somehow, I mean, even when I once said we're not going to talk about food on my channel, what happens, Cliff?
Would you like a goldfish?
Pretty much. Upstate New York.
New York or old New York?
Be careful, Carol. He might like it.
No, if you guys don't like goldfish,
No, did you see what she
maybe
wrote?
y'all would want some of these.
Not me. I'm a whip, remember? But did you see what Carol wrote?
Spanking?
Yeah. That's what I was commenting on.
Okay, I gotta stop eating these, otherwise I will literally just eat the whole container. Drink my red. I've gotten to the point where I no longer classify drinks as their flavor. I just classify them by their color.
Okay. Classify.
Or, well, Pepsi is kind of weird because you still say Pepsi because I can't classify it as its normal color because I don't want to sound like an A-hat.
Well, right now, if you look at it, it looks black. But if you look through it, it looks brown.
Depends on, yeah, it's...
And if you get if you go really bad one from way back when, you get that Crystal Pepsi, which is like,
Tastes like clear.
You know why it doesn't taste right? Because one of the colors is caramel color, and the caramel flavors, which it's missing.
Yep.
And you can taste
I still
it.
like the taste of it back in the day when they had that, but
Well, that's cool, Grace. Yeah, we got plenty of spankings too, Carol. They did not believe in spare the rod. That's for sure. My dad's belt was legendary. But that's why you tried.
The corner 3 miles away.
Oh man, he didn't have to wait that far. He was like,
yeah, he probably used it like a whip. He tried running around a corner, he'd still get you.
yeah. My dad was like an inch shorter than me, but he once picked me up with one hand. Yeah.
It's that pissed off dad strength is what that is.
Oh, my dad he worked in a sawmill all his life after he got out of the service. And you need serious strength to hold those big logs.
Oh yeah, everything's automated nowadays. You just basically just got to jump in a
A
tractor and
machine.
yeah, you can move a couple of buttons and pull a few levers, and you grab a log and you turn the thing and stick it on the thing, and there you go. He runs
Yeah.
down the track and gets cut.
Okay, you guys saw the pictures of my dad's arms. This is mine. This part is genetic. This part here, as you can see, but it's still really strong. This is all me.
So is the rest of it.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, as they said in one of the last streams, I got guns. No, I mean, I also lift heavy boxes all day, which really makes a big difference. And I'm an archery instructor, so that's where I get a lot of my strength from too. And I'd love to get back into shooting again once we get settled. And I'm trying to get Cliff to set up a range in his yard where he can practice.
I'll have all kinds of places. I just got to buy the gear for it. I'm just too lazy
You
because I'm busy gardening.
Okay, Cliff, as I was telling other people, especially Jason, I can help you build a target you can keep in your backyard that costs minimal money.
Yeah, all I got to do is go down to Harbor Freight and buy like 12 junk tarps.
No, even then, I mean, talk about the target itself is what I'm talking about. I've got
Well,
a
if I'm
plan.
that desperate, I'll just draw circles on a piece of plywood and I'll just shoot a piece of plywood.
No, that's bad for your arrows. But okay.
I've shot holes through plywood with arrows before when I was younger.
Yeah. My dad's shed was a testament for me learning growing up. But no, the thing is, if you get 1x6 wood and you miter the corners, you don't have to, but you can, and make a 4-foot square box. And then you take burlap and put it on the front and the back, with the exception of a little piece, which you secure with upholstery tacks. And then you stuff the whole thing up with cheap garbage bags so it can't hold anymore. And then you tape it, you secure it all down. You put a rope handle on it. Boom, done. Target.
How do you go broke learning how to use a bow and arrow?
Probably going to the range. It can be expensive.
I mean, I know bows aren't exactly cheap, but they're not exactly like, breaking the bank. It's not like buying 4 tires. Well, actually, technically, it is like buying 4 tires.
So many arrows. Yes, I understand. That's why you have to have a decent backdrop, a decent target, and a really decent place to practice. I mean, you don't need 10,000 miles to practice in. 10 feet is enough to practice.
10
But
feet's enough to get used to shooting a bow.
no, it's about technique.
Yeah, getting used to shooting it.
You get the technique right. I stopped shooting at 10 yards or 10 feet even because I kept on breaking arrows. So I kept on hitting other arrows. I purposely miss hitting the same spot twice.
No, kept losing the arrows.
There's an easy way to do that as well. There's a couple ways. Some people have used metal detectors. Some people have used leaf rakes. I used my feet. I didn't use my eyes. I used my feet.
Well, a metal detector doesn't really work when your arrow's buried straight in the ground, like 4 feet down.
No, it doesn't go that far. Trust me. But I shuffle my bare feet. I go barefoot and shuffle my feet, feel the arrows.
I've lost a few in the grass before, but because the knock is such an obnoxious color, I usually find them right away.
Well, that helps too.
That's why you don't see Nox made out of camouflage. They're usually either white, orange, or like bright yellow and green.
Oh, they got the new Illuminox, which light up.
Yeah, the glow.
And
They
fla-
have
and
like glow in
flash.
the dark ones too.
No, these flash, so that way you can track them faster.
Yeah, but flashing doesn't really help in the middle of the daytime when everything else is illuminated around you.
Oh, true. That's why you don't miss your target.
There's a cat on the bed.
I'm sure there is.
And now he's in. Told you. I seen him hop up there.
Yeah. He's taking that side of the bed. You only, Sydney, you don't need a lot of space to do your practicing. I mean, 10 yards is actually perfect. And you practice, you aim small, you hit small. I shot at, not this size of bottle, but the regular size bottle. And I aimed for this, right here, at 20 yards. To where I could get to the point where I couldn't miss that.
Actually, shooting an onion would be fairly decent because those things are dense enough. Your arrow's not going to go completely through it.
Oh, they will.
Unless, well, I mean, if you're shooting a 55-pound bow, then yeah, it's going to blow right through there.
A 30-pound bow could go do it. It can.
Then 2 arrows. I mean, 2 onions, 2 arrows.
I just like using hitting arrows. That's just a waste of arrows. I don't have any long guns per se, though, Carol. I've just got a 22 and a 12 gauge. So basic stuff. I got something I can do deer and turkey with, and I got something I can do everything else with.
I want to see somebody do a deer with a freaking atlatl.
Been done.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, what's his name? Matt. He was on Dual Survival. And Dude, You're Screwed.
I know Dual Survival. Dude, You're Screwed sounds familiar, but I don't know the name does not ring a bell.
Basically, it's about a bunch of survival experts.
Well, I know what
Matt Graham is the guy's name. Matt Graham.
Oh, Matt Graham, gotcha.
He hunts with an atlatl and bow. I don't have any pistols. But he's a primitive survivalist and long distance runner.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how far you can chuck a freaking arrow with an atlatl. Those things will go a mad distance.
Well, just to let you know, the place where I usually go get my equipment has an atlatl in the shop.
Nice.
You can play with. The shafts are like 6 feet long usually.
Yeah, you're pretty much chucking a jab with a 2-foot piece of wood. Night, Lori. Have a good one.
Thank you for coming. We'll talk more about our dads later when you find out more.
I had a kit somewhere in one of my subscription boxes on being able to make an atlatl. Actually, no, I think it was one of my Grim cards, actually. That they came in, had the option of making a atlatl. But I mean, they're really not that hard to make. You just get a short piece of wood, about 2 feet, give or take, and you just put a weird little hook on her.
Actually, you don't even need to do that if you get one with the actual part of a branch already there.
Yeah.
It's
literally similar to a rose bush, like the way the rose bush grows, because you got the thorns come up like this, and you have the rose bush stem. It's similar. It's exactly like that. You're just cutting off. I'm gonna there we go. I'll make a rose bush atlatl.
Now that would be a video I'd watch.
But I don't have the right rose bushes.
Thing is,
the thorns on mine are too small.
No, the thing is, you have your bamboo, which you could use to make your spears out of.
I've got a few of them that grew this year that are like 7, 8 feet long. Those things grew mad fast.
What you need, though, I mean, besides your grim cards, right? You could also contact Blake and see about getting a flint knap arrowhead that he makes, which would be kind of cool.
Well, I kind of have a rock that looked like it was flint napped. It's like a really thin one. I could probably try flint napping that one myself, see what I can get out of it.
Well,
The only problem is I don't have
talk to
deer
Blake.
bones.
He flint naps himself.
Well, I don't have a
Good night,
deer
night,
antler
night.
to use.
Good night, J&J.
J&J Homestead Cottages. Take care. Have a great night.
No, I mean, I haven't shot much with a atlatl. I've only done it a couple times. I mean, I usually, because you got to go overhand. I'm not really, my body's not made for that right now.
Really have to go full overhand, dude. You're throwing a dart.
No, when we do our survival, our archery challenges, atlatls are not involved unless you plan on making one from scratch.
Technically, I could.
I understand that you could.
I have a ton of materials that would be perfect for it, but I'm not going to.
Oh, do you have any extra bamboo seeds by any chance?
You're joking, right?
No, he's not.
I didn't even, dude. Honestly, I have never even seen a bamboo seed.
Do they make them? Or the next one make them? Or stupidity. Do they actually? Can they actually sell them?
That's a good question. The only way to get bamboo from seeds, even in the stores, as far as I know, what you want to do is you want to wait till they start dropping the shoots, and then you break the shoot off, and you just put that in dirt and make sure it stays wet. And as far as I know, that's how you get bamboo to grow. I have never seen a bamboo flower. I have never seen a bamboo seed.
They don't. I'm looking at a quick search from Wilson Brother Gardens, and they don't, apparently. They flower every 7 years. Oh, wow.
And there's Mark going live. No, going live, not in the chat.
Oh. Well, say hi for me.
I'm over here.
No, I mean, I think bamboo shafts for your atlatl would be a good one. But another good one would probably be ash, I would think. But not willow. Willow bends too easy.
Yeah, well, bamboo's got some good flex, but it is really durable.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, what would be the best shafts for an atlatl for something that long?
I think a lot of it they use is either bamboo or God, I want to say willow, but I know that stuff is that stuff will break. Like if you put enough in there. Yeah, so see, I guess the shoots, yeah, that's the only way I know to get bamboo is to wait for an actual established bamboo to grow the little shoots, and then you just dig out the shoot and grow that.
Well, a lot of them are made from hardwoods, dowels, and bamboo.
Yeah, well, I think because bamboo has that flex in it, but it won't snap because it's all like vertical fibers.
Right. Paleotool.com has a little tutorial on how to make modern spear thrower darts, atlatl darts.
Dude, it's literally just a really long arrow with 2 feathers.
Pretty much.
Except for putting a knock on there, you just put a little round divot on the butt end of it.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing. You really only just seed that on the hook, and then you just chuck it.
Yeah, it's even showing you how to make the throwers. Oh,
Every 60 to
Bamboo.
100 years. Jesus.
That's wow. I didn't know that.
See, that's why I've never seen a bamboo flower. Stop it. See, the other day you were telling me to stop. Now look, you're doing it. You started first.
I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom.
Don't use it too hard. Yeah, Evan, to be honest, you're better off just going to like a greenhouse and just buying bamboo. What's up, Blake? Colin will be back in a minute. He is draining the main vein. Yeah, you can just go to like the stores, like your local greenhouse, and just buy bamboo from them. And that stuff will pretty much take off. Just plant like two or three of them in a container, and within a couple of years, that whole container will be full of them. How's the weather treating you over there, Blake? Just do this way. Because that'll be like 30, 40 seconds before they get my response anyway. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm back. Okay, what did I miss? Hey, Blake. We were just talking about you. At least I was, anyway.
His ears must have been burning. That's why he jumped in.
Hey, you'd be surprised.
Cool. He's got good weather over there, so that's a plus.
Oh, that's good. Well, Blake, I got a house. Hey. No, you've seen the arrow that Blake's making for me, right?
Not the new one.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Or maybe I did. You know what I really want to try to do is I want to try to make a ballista with my bamboo.
It wouldn't work.
Could if you did it right. You'd have to twist the branches around themselves so they make like a nice little tight, almost a single style.
Give me a second here.
Hey Blake, if you're looking for work, we're hiring over here all the way in New Mexico, but that's a long drive. That's a long drive.
Oh, they're looking for people at my workplace too.
Yeah. That's a long drive. I'm gonna sit down here because this is a comfortable position. Position.
Okay, here we go. Found it.
The Google. The Google. The Google. The Google. The Google. Oh yeah, I did see that one.
Yeah.
I stand corrected then. Actually, technically, I'm sitting, but
4-fletched even. Oh, crap.
That picture was disturbing.
I know.
I wish our family took pictures like this, and I'm just looking at that lady with the googly eyes and like looking like, yeah.
Yeah, I know. This is freaky.
That's creepy.
Oh, look. Look
Now
what it
a
is.
video from today.
Yep. Let's see here. I wore that patch. I wore that patch. My dad wore that patch.
We were 7 Seas in the Navy.
Actually, my family actually covered. My Uncle George was the Air Force. My Uncle Russ was Air Force. My dad was a Marine. My other uncle was Navy. and I think a couple of them were. Another one was Army.
And Evan will be right back because his laptop's about to take a dirt nap.
It makes me wonder. Make sure to check on mine. Yep, mine's good.
Plug it in. Plug it in. Ooh, Tyler Wood's birthday is today?
Is it? I didn't know that.
Well, it says birthdays. Tyler Woods and Nicole something have birthdays today.
Thank you, Carol. Really appreciate it.
Carol. Don't stick me with a sword later.
I've got a sword. I've got a
I just
couple.
don't want Carol sticking me with a sword. I'm not a zombie.
Ah,
TWD reference. Ooh, she said the R word.
I know. It happens.
Actually, I could go even worse. I'm just like, don't feed me to a tiger.
What?
So Carol, don't feed me to a tiger.
Why? That doesn't make sense.
Oh, it does if you know what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Who else gets my joke, my reference? Don't feed me to a tiger, Carol. Out of hilarity, not, and I'm not just trying to be an a-hole. This is funny. I could go with so many of these, but yeah, I'm just gonna go with those two for now.
Night, Carol. Thank you for coming.
Man, I hope she digs out before my the YouTube catches up with the StreamYard. Sorry, I keep licking this. I don't know why. It doesn't even taste good. It's just my chip bag holder.
No, one of the things I would like to grow here in Iowa, if I could, would be coffee.
That was pleasant. Sneezed on my nip.
I told you to go blow your nose.
Dude, that's the thing. I've done it a few times, and it's just
Not helping, huh?
Thank you, Blake. Carol, Blake knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe
Blake, have you seen the picture of our new place that we're getting into? You're growing some coffee this year?
No,
I
I'm
would
not.
love to. No, Blake is.
Ooh,
I
I'd
would
like
love
to see that one.
Me too.
Oh.
No, I got to show Blake the picture of the house.
No, Blake's not growing coffee, I think. At least I don't. No, I'm not sure.
Yeah. If he is, that'd be kind of cool.
Here, let's just do it this way. Blake, if you're growing coffee this year, throw a 1 in the chat.
Okay. This is the living room.
Yeah, I'd definitely get a chimney sweep in there. Make sure that chimney's actually viable.
Well, thing is, I'm going to see about if we have permission to use it or not.
Royal Amethyst Acres just got done with his turkey butt.
Oh,
veggies. Blake's growing veggies. Where's JV at?
By the way, Cliff, that's Mandy.
Royal. Okay, so Royal.
Amethyst Acre. She's also an Iowan. She's from Iowa.
Nice.
Mandy, I got a place. That's where we're going to be living, right here. I'll give more pictures. More pictures. That one's a little dark, but that's the dining room. That's the hutch in the dining room. That's the living room. Some built-ins there. There's the other built-in in the living room.
Oh, that's right.
There's a sunroom. That's the entryway, which has got these are for hanging up coats and stuff. And that's the mailbox. There's our living room, another version of it. There's our dining room. No, that's our living room, sorry. There is our dining room. And yes, there are chandeliers.
I actually like the chandeliers. Those things are a pain in the butt to clean, though.
Well, I'm not sure if you play or not, Cliff, but I was saying if in that house we have to have our table set up fully, and we're definitely going to have a D&D game one of these days at that house.
Heck yeah, dude.
That place would be perfect for it.
I like that little bar top right there next to the window.
That's not a bar. That's like a hutch.
It still looks cool.
It is. The thing is, the two things on the either side of the doorway there going to the living room, here and here, those are the give me a second. The big one is that.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah. And that's the sun porch. There's the hutch again. Here's a better view of it. Can you see how nice that is? There's one of the bedrooms, the other bedrooms. She didn't have any pictures of the kitchen or the bathrooms. The only thing that's a little bit disconcerting is the color of the bathrooms. Yeah, Cliff had a really good in-depth garden video going on my channel here. He actually went into his water catchment system and the pavers, everything. I am definitely taking this turkey with me tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to be as closer to a video as I can get this week because, like I said, I'll be working tomorrow, so I won't have time to film. Although I can film one in the evening.
Thank you for coming, Sydney. I really appreciate it.
Good night,
You're
Sydney.
welcome anytime. Jerky.
Can't see it. Now I can't see it.
Here, I'm giving you some.
Is it? Never mind. I'm not even going to comment on that because I'm trying to keep this live chat PG. One of these days, we got to time this one of these days where we both have a bag of beef jerky and you hand one off and I just pull one out of nowhere and then it's just gone.
TikTok the day.
I'll just have like a bag of beef jerky like off to the side over here, and then you just hand me one and I'll pull one out and it'll just be like, yeah, so you just do that and then I'll have a bag too.
You got to have the same brand though.
Blake, that's what a headlamp is for. Pull a Johnny. Bust out a flashlight.
You're most welcome, Sydney.
I know you all southern boys live up in the swamp, but I know you all ain't got no lizard eyes.
But remember, that's swamp ape country, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a swamp man country.
Yeah, we're thinking about doing that, Mandy.
Yeah, we're gonna do it one of these days. We just gotta like get with each other and figure out when we're gonna do it, and just get it kind of like one of those odd things where everyone's just like, "What? How did that happen?"
I hand you a Pepsi and all that stuff. You just have it set off to the side.
I'll just have one just like over here. I'll just make it like a little shelf, and I'll just grab like I'll be like, "Whoop." You may live in the middle of the town, but you still a southern swamp boy.
Well, the thing is, I'm going to be living in the middle of a town, and I still have a well.
Well.
All's well that ends well.
All's well that ends in a well. Because how often does somebody find a body that's pushed into a well?
I don't know. Little Timmy fell in the well. Lassie came to save him, whatever. You know what I mean?
For him, in this generation, who knows?
No. Here's the thing. Lassie was actually a boy dog, not a girl dog.
All I knew that dog was somebody fell in a well and the dog starts barking and gets everybody, and then they find him in the well.
Yep.
That dog was more or less like an Irish pointer.
It was a collie.
Oh, I know, but more or less it was like general
Personally,
styling.
I like the border collies better myself, though.
I do like border collies. They got shorter fur, but they have way more energy. They have like Jack Russell Terrier
Yeah,
energy.
but their intelligence is higher too.
Oh yeah, those dogs are hecka smart. That's why they
Yeah.
use a lot of them for like sheepdogs.
Oh,
Like
they
sheep
also
herders.
they herd everything, not just sheep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they'll
they
herd dogs.
herd
I mean, they'll herd cattle. They'll herd horses.
kids.
They'll grab your kid and drag it over to you if you command it enough times and train it. It'll
No. They'll basically go around and herd the kid back to where they're supposed to be.
Oh yeah, like little ones, like toddlers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to have a border collie as a pet, but the only problem is I'd have to constantly be outside with it, and I don't think
Yeah.
it would play well with my if given my dues. I don't think it would play well with my Welsh corgi.
Oh, you have a corgi?
No, I said if I had my druthers, I would get I would get both of those.
Oh wow. If you raise them as pups together, they would probably get along pretty good. And by
Yeah.
the way, Jenny would so love to see your corgi if you got one. She loves corgis.
Dude, I love the only reason why I love corgis so much is because of an anime. One of the creatures in there was a corgi, and he was like a trip. But corgis are just funny. They're like the midget versions of all dogs, so they're absolutely hysterical. But they're like bread loaf.
Okay, Cliff, just to let you know, I'm going to give it 10 more minutes or whatever it is
9 more minutes, 9.5 more minutes, 8.5 more
Well,
minutes,
11 o'clock my time.
8.5 more minutes.
Well, I'm going by my clock on my computer.
No, I'm going by the clock on the live counter.
It'll be somewhat time between now and the 1st, Maddie. The paperwork is being sent out. It should be here in a couple days. We sign it. And all the pertinent information we need to do is where we send the money to. Once the money is getting and the current tenant is out, they do some minor cleanup stuff on the house, and then we could start the process of moving everything in. And we're going to have one heck of a garage sale. We're going to try to divest ourselves of a bunch of stuff that we don't need anymore. But the cast iron is never going away.
Or the bows.
No, definitely not the bows either. But, Cliff, you did see this, right?
Yeah, for your bow fishing.
Yep, this is my bow fishing setup. Though I don't think this is the right kind of setup for string for that, but
Dude, all you really need is like 50-pound test spider wire, and whatever you catch is not getting off of that.
well, the
Unless
thing
you're
is,
catching like
all I need is the
sturgeon.
adapter plug, the screw for this. Then I'll be good to go.
Yeah, just put like some, dude, honestly, just put some like 25-pound test spider wire. Because, I mean, what are you ain't going to catch no 4-foot sturgeon out in the middle of Ohio or Iowa.
Well, the thing is, it's not about sturgeon in Iowa. What we have is giant carp.
25 pounds would be more than enough for a carp.
I've seen 100-pound carp.
Yeah, but dude, you can catch a 15-pound fish on 4-pound line.
Well, the thing is, I don't want to have my bow pulled out of my hands either.
Well, you just gotta set the drag right. If the drag is right and you work it, you can catch a big fish on small line.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I was just thinking about using braid instead of regular line. I think it might be a little stronger.
Oh yeah, then spider wire if you're gonna go with braid.
Well, I'm gonna start off with braid first because I'm not sure how well what this reel will handle, since it's just it's called a
Yeah,
slingshot.
Blake says he's using 30-pound Daiwa braid and that stuff. Yeah, the Daiwa's like basically almost like steel cable.
Yeah. So I figured I'd use some braid, replace the string in there with braid, and replace my arrow parts because this is the tip missing. It's missing the tip,
Yeah, definitely.
and the fletching is kind of messed up.
I would still use it that way. It's not going to hurt it none.
No, I'm no. This is where the former fletching was.
Oh,
So I need to clean it up.
gotcha.
But the shaft is sound, and all I need is a new tip. Like I said, it just screws on.
Yeah, that thing's missing.
You see where it was tied.
Yeah. I don't think he's actually going to make that get together this weekend.
Well, it depends. Jenny has and Ian are planning on going to work a Renaissance fair next weekend, and we're not going to be able to move in until probably maybe next week. So I might go but the thing is, we only have one car between us. What are you doing, Cliff?
Adjusting my shirt.
It looks like you were doing more than that, but I don't.
I was about to yawn, but I managed to hold it back.
No, I let JV know about the get together and everything, but and his friend contacted me and says, well, as soon as we are settled, they're planning a second one, and I'll definitely make that one because I really, really want to go. I actually, since I went fishing the other day, I'm not sure if anybody's seen my my duck video.
Was there a goose?
Yes, there was a goose in there too.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to definitely have to go watch Duck, Duck, Goose.
It was actually a mother duck and ducklings. And then a goose actually happened to be in the video too.
Sweet.
So you can actually go duck, 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 goose.
Duck, 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 goose.
But the one thing I'm really sad about, though, Cliff, is that right before I took the video of the ducklings, I saw a wild black mink on the shore.
That's interesting.
I mean, as soon as I got done, I saw it. I started going, trying to figure out whatever was out. I go, yep, Iowa has them. I've never seen one in the wild before.
They're usually super elusive and super hard to find anyway because they're basically weasels.
Yeah, they're the weasel family. And the thing is, it was just freaking cool. Then right after that, I was looking at the brush pile. Well, if you look at the video, you'll see it. But I saw the mom first because it just stood out from the brush that they were in. And then next thing I know, I see something moving around. There's like almost between 8 and 10 to 12 little ducklings. And you can tell they're ducklings, not geese, because the mama duck is a mallard.
Nice. These guys
So
are
if anybody wants, it's actually
great way to play the game.
The thing is, it was exactly like 1 minute, 1 second long.
I'll have to
Didn't
go
plan
see
it that way. I got lucky with that one, but it's just something I just did yesterday. I caught absolutely nothing. The fish weren't biting.
I'm having a fun word game in the chat. You got 3 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I've got a long trip tomorrow. Because
If you can ever get a hold of a mink, let me know. I will drive my ass over there to get one.
a live mink?
Yes.
Why?
Because those things are freaking awesome. If you can get them from babies and train them, you can actually train them to fish for you.
Yeah, it's an American mink. That's what it's called.
Doesn't matter. It's a mink, dude.
And one of the colors that came, it was black with brown, brown. It was actually pretty cool. It could have been an ermine too, I guess, which is pretty much all the same family.
Yeah, it's the ermine family. They're basically just all weasels.
I'm trying to find pictures, but I don't see the one that I saw because the one I saw was pretty much black.
I don't want a big old swamp rat, Blake. I got enough of them down here as it is. Where there's water, we got some big rats.
Actually,
Although we got a ton of foxes and coyotes and owls, and yeah, to be honest, I don't see a lot of rats down here. Grace. I'm just throwing in everything that has the word AWN in it, like at the end.
Here.
You guys are trying to have a fun war with me.
here, check this out.
Rhymes with.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I want one of those.
I'm not sure if you can get one of those, to be honest.
You can, in some states, you can get them, but I think you have to have a specified permit for them.
Right.
But I know I've seen YouTube videos of people who actually own those, but they have to have you have to have a specialized permit.
Let me see here. I think you need a license to have them here in Iowa because they're considered an exotic animal.
Yeah, you have to have that exotic pet license.
Yeah, there's actually an exotic animal law about them.
Oop. Guess what?
It's time.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think we can. It's. I think it's. Let's see, is it banned? I don't think so.
Yeah, I want to own a fox, but apparently in my state it's actually illegal to own a fox.
They're protected. Can't.
You can. There's ways around it because even though they're protected, if you have an animal sanctuary and you are using them for breeding, you can do it.
Well, I've got to go.
Yep.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming. Love you all. I'll keep you posted on how the move is going.
Better.
Brother, loved your yard. It's an amazing thing. See you guys all soon.
Take care, everybody. Have a
Be
great
well.
night. I'm out of here. Bloop.
I'm out of here too.
Actually, I'm gonna stay in here just to make sure Colin ends the stream properly.